into the plate. We know the opportunity Homestead has in front of it right now with Carter. Jaden on base. Bottom of the fifth in a tie game. Missed outside. Ball one. Jaden with about an average 10, 12-foot lead. That was a little bit different knee lift for Swanson. I think he was trying to confuse the base runner, but ultimately threw it high there to Carter. Ball two. Carter's ahead. Ball on the outside part of the plate, but good pitch there. Surprised Carter didn't take a swing at that one. Counts 2-1. Curveball. Curveball or changeup low. Got Carter to chase on that one. Count is now 2-2. Swanson's done a good job battling back after the 2-0 start. See if Carter can get a look at something here. Pickoff move to first. Jaden's back in time. Carter digs in at the plate. Good opportunity for Homestead. Missed high. Count goes full. I know Swanson doesn't want to walk him, but I also know he doesn't want to give him something over the plate for Carter to hit, because if he does, this will be a 3-1 game in a hurry. Carter with a hit. Deep left center field. Past the center fielder. That's going to score Jaden Lepper coming around third base. Carter for a stand-up double, but he's going for three. They threw it to the wrong base. Great base running by Carter. Gets a triple. The relay was headed to second as Carter was moving to second, and Carter did not stop and went to third. So great base running. That's exactly what Homestead needed. Jumped on a pitch on a full count, sent it to deep left center field. Scored the run all the way from first. Homestead takes the lead off another great piece of hitting by Carter, and Caleb Colping, the pitcher, is up. But don't let the pitcher fool you. This young man has a batting average over 600, and he hits one to deep left center field. That's going to score Carter Matheson. Caleb's turning for two. Should be in standing up, and he is. Back-to-back deep left center field hits for Homestead. Great hitting. All of a sudden, just like that, Swanson, who was in charge of this game, gives up two big hits to two of the best hitters, not just on Homestead, but in all of Northeast Indiana. And that's what Homestead can do. You can get through an order sometimes twice, but boy, third time through, Swanson now seen a couple balls hit pretty well off of him. So it'll be interesting to see what the Snider coaches do in this situation. I suspect they're going to leave him in. I haven't seen anybody down in the bullpen for Snider, and I'm confident they're going to want him to go a little bit deeper. So Dan, welcome back. We just two big hits by Homestead. Got yes, we did. Carter and Caleb both deep left center field hits. Scored a couple runs.
Outstanding. So it looks like we were just talking about the fact that we needed to get some hits on the board so that we could get this this pitcher out.
He's pushing 90 in his pitch count, which at the high school level that's getting up there. Let's see if Luke can put the ball in play here and with two outs and get another run.
Fouls one off down the right field side. That's 0-2. And that one's a ball outside.
Yeah, I think Darren Swanson a little frustrated with himself on that one.
And he gets a called strike three.
Well, yeah, curveball started outside of the zone. Umpire felt like it came back in and caught the corner. I think Luke disagrees. It was close, tough call from up here, but good inning for Homestead. They were finally able to break through, and 2 runs. Score's now 3-1 Homestead, so that was big.
Done.
Absolutely. So as we head into the 6th here, Swanson really did a great job, but Homestead was, patient and got to the third time through the order, and I think they're just seeing him a little bit better. And Swanson made two mistakes, threw the ball over the plate to Mr. Matheson and then to Mr. Colpine, and they made him pay for it.
Yep, and that's good to see. And we were just talking about how he had pitched to those guys well the last time through, struck them both out, and that's something rarely, if ever, seen, is those two guys getting struck out in the same inning. But not this time.
No, not this time. Caleb's back on the mound, so is it time for a senior spotlight, Dan?
Yes.
All right. Next on our list is Graham Collin. I think I've heard of him. Graham's parents are Craig and Renee, yours truly. This is his 4th year in the baseball team and also 4 years with the football team. Graham was a member of the football team for 4 years, as it says right here, and was a recipient of the most outstanding JV defensive back his sophomore year. He has been on the honor roll several times, and Graham will continue his baseball career right here at Huntington University.
That's very exciting. It's going to be great that he's going to be so close that we can come and see the games. I'm looking forward to that next spring.
The interesting fact on Graham, we didn't really come up with anything baseball related, so we just thought of his very first nickname by my father when Graham was born, and was Big Mac. We haven't really called him that in a long time, and that's mainly because he was born at almost 10 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And it was known as Big Mac for the first year of his life. My dad loved nicknames.
He's looking forward to a future career in McDonald's.
That's right. Well, he does love to eat there.
Tell him to buy a franchise. That's ball one high.
Yeah, have they been successful, Dan? Those McDonald's franchises? How have they done over the years?
They've done okay. And that's swinging strike.
Back to the top here for Snider. This is Trevor Newman again.
Counts 1-1. And that's swinging strike. Fall tips that one. 1-2 is the count.
I think Trevor was walked last time. Ground out the first at bat, walked second time, so we'll see.
And he fouls that one up right up our direction.
Caleb's doing a nice job. He's only at about 70 in his pitch count, Dan. So he has the opportunity here to, if he can get through this inning relatively clean, to maybe finish the game.
And that one's hit high, pop up. Second base is dropping back. Luke's back behind him, and Luke calls him off and takes that one for out number 1.
Excellent job by Luke. Yeah, I saw Gabe backing up there and was hoping Luke would come in and call him off, because that's I don't like those backpedaling fly balls for any of the infielders. I'd rather have those outfielders come in and take over.
Unless you have to.
That's right.
Yeah, you want to let the guy behind you come in and take those. It's just so much easier to play to come in on a ball than to have to back up to a ball. That's ball low.
As we approach noon, that sun is also probably a factor on that play. So.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer to being a part of this game. That one's ball high. Counts 2-0.
And this is Swanson again, up for his third at bat. He's 1 for 2.
And he hits that one off the handle, and it's popped out to Graham Collin. It was a low pop, or low fly ball. I don't know what you want to call that one.
I didn't. Actually, when it first hit, didn't expect it to stay floating that long, but it did, and Graham was able to make a good play, come in on that.
Made easy work of that. 2 outs.
Good job by Caleb to jam him a little bit. Did that earlier in the game, but it was that chop ball to the right side of the mound that we couldn't get to.
And that one's fouled off. First base side. And Luke's playing him pretty far right. There's a pretty big gap between Carter and Luke over there.
Yeah, they're playing him to pull, aren't they? Great pitch.
That was a foul tip. It's 0-2 with 2 outs. Top of the 6th.
Yeah, his curveball just got that late movement that just dives in on the batter, on a right-handed hitter there.
Caleb kind of lost that one. A little bit high.
Yeah, he's been interesting today. I've seen a lot of his fastballs trying to hit the top of the zone there.
Caleb's getting rid of that baseball.
Yeah, that's
what's a new one?
Yeah, that's one of those made in the Dominican he doesn't like. He prefers the Costa Rican balls.
The hand stitching is not as good.
No, it's just not.
It's a little too flat.
A little bit more bite.
Misses the corner on that one. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs.
All right, Caleb, come on, get him here.
And that's a sharply hit ball into that gap I was
Yes, it
talking about
is.
earlier.
Yes, it is.
And the
See if they can hold him to 2.
Luke's picking it up, but he drops it. No chance of a play at second.
That's really the first well-hit ball off of Caleb today.
It is. That was a double.
With 2 outs here, though, Homestead still has a good opportunity to get out of the inning with no damage here.
And the shortstop's back up to bat.
Yep, Blake George for his 3rd at bat.
And that one's
nice.
Called strike inside.
Great pitch on the inside corner there. From a lefty coming into a righty, that's just a tough ball to hit.
That one's up high. It's going to go out of play on the first base side. And it's 0-2.
Blake's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out.
No offense to him, but I'd like him to go 0-3 today.
Yes, this is a Homestead broadcast, and we're not going to apologize for it.
Yeah, it looks like a timeout called by the batter.
Yeah, opportunity here for Snider. Base hit, get them back within 1. Oh.
Not sure exactly what happened on that one.
Yeah, curveball that I think Mike was expecting to curve a little bit more back into him, and it just stayed out there.
Just missed that one for a pass ball, and the runner advances to 3rd now. Still got 2 outs.
All right.
Counts 1-2.
Nice
and he
pitch,
gets him
Caleb.
with that inside fastball for strike 3. Ends the half inning, and no damage done by that base runner.
No, great job there. Didn't get rattled when he gave up that hit. Caleb just came right back and finished out that inning. Kept Snider off the board there. Curious to see if Darren Swanson comes back out on the mound. Looks like they did make a pitching change.
And
number 2.
Number 2. That's what we know about him so far, folks. His number is 2.
And that is Grady Tarney. Grady Tarney. So he was at second base.
First at bat, we walked last time. Did he strike out the time before?
We're going to look up Brady Tarney here.
Yeah. No, we're good.
Tarney was walked his last at bat. Struck out swinging. So Brady's had a walk and struck out in his first 2 at bats. Oh, looks like we've got a visitor in the booth here. Senior Graham Collins' mother has joined the broadcast.
We know her.
Yes, we do. How's the game from? No, I think we're doing okay. Oh, they're sitting in the sun. Yes, they're rubbing it in, Dan, that they're sitting in the sun and enjoying the warmth.
It's a little chilly up here in the shade.
Up here in the shade. That. No, I think we're doing okay though. Thank you.
All right. Good job, guys.
Actually, I could use a steak sandwich and maybe a milkshake.
Actually, that sounds really good. Michael Long leading off for Homestead.
Renee Collin asking the broadcasters if we need anything, and we did not take advantage of that opportunity, did we?
No, we did not. Foolish on our part. Let's go, Michael. Let's get this inning started off right. Let's put a couple insurance runs up. And Tarney throws the first pitch for a ball. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now that Snider has a new pitcher.
Yeah, I'd say that had to have been one of the main focus for Homestead is to try to get Swanson out of the game. He's an excellent pitcher, so.
And so far, Tarney's tried to shoot that low and outside, and he got one called ball, one called strike. He goes for that same spot again for a ball.
Yeah, he's got an interesting leg kick and a little almost sidearm action there, so it's definitely a different look from lefty to righty, and also just a completely different cadence.
And Micah absolutely clobbers that ball to the gap between center and right. The runners are chasing it all the way back to the wall.
Attaboy, Micah.
And that is a stand-up double to start the inning. An excellent way to start the inning.
Absolutely. Great job in the leadoff spot there for the inning for Homestead. We definitely want to hopefully take advantage here. We got a pinch runner coming in. Courtesy runner, excuse me.
How many hits so far for Homestead this game?
That looks like was the 7th hit of the game for Homestead. So we definitely in the last couple innings have started to blow it open a little bit on the hits. Let's convert that to some more runs here.
Yeah, Graham Collin up to bat. Let's have him trade places right now with what was Micah, now is a courtesy runner, Jake Goody. And we have the pitcher faking back on a pickoff to second, but doesn't make the throw.
Yeah, that was just shorten your lead a little bit. I'm not going to actually throw it type of move there that pitchers sometimes make.
Yeah, and it's that, I think it's the, whenever you put a pinch runner in, you figure he's probably a fast kid. That one's a curveball, drops in for a strike. Looked a little high from up here, but our angle up here must be a little off. And that one's low for a ball.
Yeah, Graham's usually pretty disciplined, so hopefully he can make him throw over the plate here and get the ball in play and move Mike over a little bit and possibly even score him here.
Here's the pitch. And there's that curveball again.
Yeah, that was way on the outside corner. I thought that drifted out, but umpire said it caught the corner, so Graham's behind here, 1-2.
And the pitcher
Another
fakes back again to second.
That was a little bit more dramatic fake, but definitely trying to keep him short there in second. I didn't think his lead for Jake Goody, his lead wasn't that big.
And this time the catcher throws back to second, and it's actually rather close.
You know, that's probably one of those Jake needs to get dirty there and get back. It one hopped and I think went between his legs and caught by the shortstop there, right on the base. That was way closer than it should have been.
Yeah. And the count's 2-2. That's that curveball again. Graham gets a piece of it. Unfortunately, it's just grounded to the first baseman. But moves the base runner to the third, though.
That's right. That's right. Still not bad. Move the runner over.
But Graham really had to hold on that one, and he's still...
Yeah, you know, it's a much different speed and got a lot of spin on that ball, so it's not probably not an low 80s curveball. That's probably a low 70s curveball, and
that is no
with
question.
A lot of spin.
It's almost drifting in. Braden Hardwick up to bat. Braden holds on that one, called strike. I thought Braden was going to unload on that one.
Well, he was probably looking for the curveball because I think he threw about 3 or 4 curveballs in a row to Graham, so. Probably good job to switch it up and go back to fastball. See what he comes up with here. Oh!
Braden shows bunt.
Oh, suicide squeeze.
Strike, a suicide squeeze.
Braden missed it.
And it's an easy out for Jake Goody coming in.
Yep.
And the catcher standing there holding the ball.
That's a tough break. That's why, you know, that's the suicide squeeze versus safety squeeze debate you can have. We did see a couple suicide squeeze plays in the previous game, but did not come through on this one for Homestead.
Well, with a lefty batter, it's harder to pull that one off because you don't have the batter blocking the view of the catcher a little bit down the third base line and blocking his ability to get in there to make the tag. But you got to make the bunt if
Yeah,
for any of them to work.
Exactly. That's right. Just put the bat on the ball there. Unfortunate, but I do like seeing Homestead being aggressive like that.
Yes,
so
yes. Those kind
hats
of
off to the coaching staff. Didn't work out. They don't always work out, but I do like aggressive baseball.
well, those kind of small ball opportunities are the things that can be the difference in playoff games and tight games.
Absolutely. You know, it's a 3-1 lead here. Would have been nice to get one more and go 4-1, but see if we can't get it a different way.
Braden, it's a nice little line drive, straight up center.
Yeah.
Base hit.
That curveball stayed up on him this time for that pitcher. So great job by Braden to wait on it and just follow through and get that base hit.
And that brings up Bryce Snider.
Well, even with 2 outs, I'd like to see them turn Braden loose here and get him to second base.
No question. And there's a pickoff move back to first. Braden's back in time easily. I'm sure these Snider coaches know Braden Hardwick's speed from playing football against Braden Hardwick. And there goes Braden. It's pitched out to the outside.
Nice
Braden
job.
makes it. I wonder if he was throwing it outside for that.
Yeah. The pitch definitely was in a good spot for the catcher to make a nice clean exchange and get that throw to second. Yeah, I'm not sure how much the baseball coaches are involved with football and are aware of Braden's abilities.
And now Braden's on second.
That's a big lead.
Yes, it is. And the pitcher throws back, but not in time. Braden's getting really dirty on this one.
Yes, he is. All right, Bryce, come on.
The count's 1-0. It's 2 outs. Braden Hardwick on second, and Bryce Snider is up to bat.
Base hit will score another one for Homestead.
Snider follows one back. Out of play. 1-1. What is the lunch plan today for the parents? I know the kids will eat like kings.
Good question. Bag of Fritos.
I got a frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwich that might be thawed in my trunk.
Yeah, I didn't check the Huntington. They had a cookout here last time.
They were grilling down there a little bit ago. So yes, sounds like it's burger for us too. Wonder if they take credit cards. Uh-oh. I think Braden might. He's called safe there.
he had the steal sign. He was trying to get the jump on the pitcher. Obviously, stealing from second to third is a little bit more difficult, and the pitcher happened to see him out of the corner of his eye and stepped off.
Give the Snider team credit. Their pickoff moves are very good. But a little too much in the pitcher's head on that one, I think.
Yep.
That ball wasn't close to the strike zone. And the count is 2-1 to Snider. This is a fairly disrupted at-bat for Snider. More time has been spent throwing to Braden than it has been to throw into the batter.
All right, Bryce.
And there's another pickoff back to second.
Again, boy.
They really, really don't want Braden stealing third.
He stole second, and he had the steal sign. He had the go signal to get to third, and so they know he's going to be aggressive, and he's got a pretty healthy lead.
Again, I think he should just go this time. Just go. Even if they throw back, go. Pitcher's thinking about it.
Yes, he is.
He goes home, and he throws a ball. I think he's spending too much time looking at Hardwick, and he's going to end up with he's going to end up with runners on first and second.
You see that a lot when pitchers are very worried about the base runner. They sometimes lose the zone a little bit.
The count's now 3-1. This is Bryce's count. Pitcher's looking back. Pitcher's looking back. Pitcher looks back again. And
good job,
Snider
Bryce.
Calls time.
Yeah, at some point you gotta get out of the box there and reset. So good job, Bryce, there to take control of the situation a little bit.
And a good job for Braden occupying the pitcher's brain here. And he fouls that one off.
Count is full. This has been an interesting at-bat for Bryce, hasn't it? With so many pickoff moves, it's hard to...
I think he's been at the plate for 7 minutes.
Yes, I think you might be right.
Maybe 10. Hardwick is now dirt head to toe.
Oh,
And Snider just
Oh.
absolutely clobbers one.
Oh, did
and
it stay?
is-
what's the call?
the
What's the
umpire's
call?
not saying. It was a foul ball.
Are you
folks.
kidding? I didn't see the call.
I didn't
He must
see
have called a foul.
He must have called it earlier than our look. We were watching the
Oh.
ball go out. It looked like it was going to leave the park.
Well, it left the park.
It did.
It just must have been on the wrong side of the foul pole, and that had to have been extremely close.
Oh, within inches. I was thinking this is a great senior day right here. And so now the count is full. 2 outs. Hardwick still on second. And Snider gets under that one. It looks like it could stay in play. It's popped up high. The third baseman.
The
third
did
baseman
that land?
falls, and it looks like that one's a foul ball also.
I actually think that hit the line, but then jumped foul. But since it's on this side of, on the near side of the third base, it's a foul ball.
Yeah, there was a big conglomeration of people that came over to the third there for that one. You had the third baseman trying to make the catch. The pitcher came over. The shortstop came over.
That's-
Braden Hardwick came over.
You know, judging by the shadows, I'm guessing that ball was probably right around the sun. That made it a difficult play for the third baseman.
And it's still full count in this longest at bat of the season, I think. Pitcher looks back, and Snider calls timeout.
Yes, he does, as he should. You get in that box for more than a couple seconds there, and if the pitcher's not coming, then just call timeout and get out of there.
Hardwick's going, and that was ball 4.
Yeah, good call by the coach to send him there.
And so what an at-bat that Snider had. I'm not sure how many pitches were thrown to him. Had to be close to 10, but it took 10 minutes.
And that was a legit stolen base. I know it's full count, 2 outs, but with nobody on first behind Braden, that's a stolen base. So
and
Snider,
a big one, because if there's a pass ball here, Braden's going to score.
Yeah, Snider didn't even attempt to throw him out.
And there's a pickoff attempt to first.
That was pretty close. That was a good pickoff move. Price has got to be careful over there.
Yep, these guys are good with their pickoff moves. We've seen a lot of close ones.
Well, it's interesting to see if Homestead tries to score Braden here on the double steal. Sometimes they'll send the runner from second or from first to second, try to get the runner in from third.
He drops the curveball in for a strike. Finally, we see that curveball again after quite a while.
All right, Gabe, punch one through here.
This would be a great rally right here if we can get some runs in.
Oh, high and tight.
Almost thought that was going to hit him in the head. And that's 1-1.
He didn't make too much of a move to get out of the way.
Could have loaded him up for the top of the order.
Oh, big moment here. Homestead has an opportunity to really get a couple more runs here.
And he misses inside.
Yeah.
It's 2-1. I think the pitcher's probably getting a little nervous.
Yeah, that's 2 that's grazed Gabe there.
And that's a swinging strike, and they go back to third. Braden is safe at third. Again, they are very aggressive at trying to keep the runners on their bases.
Third baseman did a good job there. That ball was in the dirt a little bit, and that gets by him. That's a run on the board for Homestead. So kudos to the third baseman for Snider. He prevented a run there.
They're doing it right here. They're trying to get Braden in. There's a great throw
home
from second, and Hardwick is out.
Yeah.
Hardwick's trying to get the umpire to change the call.
He tagged him on the leg, but his arms were stretched out. I really think he was in there, but the umpire calls him out. That's a tight call there.
We'll have to watch
the tag was
replay.
on his back thigh, it looked like.
And that's unfortunate, folks.
But again, very aggressive by Homestead coaching staff. We've seen that play a few times, and Snider made the play there. You know, that's a tough call. It's very close. That's a bang-bang play.
It is. It is. They challenged him, made him be perfect, and the umpire said they did it.
Yeah. You know, I think that just by the tag being that far back on Braden's body, I mean, I just really thought he was across the plate there, but with his hand before, right when the tag was being put on. But the umpire saw it differently, so there it is.
And the umpire is the ultimate call on it. Well, here we are at the top of the 7th.
New pitcher for Homestead. That's Jaden Lepper.
Jaden Lepper coming in from short to be our pitcher. And that means we got a new shortstop.
So is the first non-senior entered the game for Homestead?
Is it Wiegert? It is. Wiegert has come in at short.
Brennan Wiegert. Done an outstanding job this year for Homestead.
Caleb Colpeen's moved over to first. Still got Gabe Goebel at second. Graham Collin at third.
Why don't we sneak in another senior spotlight, Dan?
Let's do it.
Caleb Colpeen. Caleb's parents are Dave and Kristen Colpeen. This is his 4th year in the baseball team. Caleb was the recipient of the Offensive Player of the Year award his freshman and sophomore seasons. He was a member of the basketball team for 4 years and earned all-conference honorable mention this past season. Caleb has been a distinguished honor roll or honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. He is a leader of the FCA. Caleb will continue his baseball career at Taylor University. So, in Caleb, I believe, is now at first base.
Yes, and Caleb, an all-around, just outstanding kid, outstanding
Absolutely.
athlete, plays basketball and baseball, plays them both well. Baseball, of course, his dominant sport, and he's exceptional at it, and just a great student and just a great guy. His fun fact is that he apparently loved Diego and playing animal rescuer when he was a kid, and he wore his Diego shirt almost daily in kindergarten.
Alrighty then.
He can thank his parents for that.
Hey, we are top of the 7th, Dan. This game is definitely cruised right along, and so Snider's down 2 runs here, and Jaden Lepper on the mound to try to close things out for Homestead.
Jaden, a good ground ball pitcher, and hopefully he'll have good success right here with these 3 batters. He starts off with a strike, and so I call that good success.
And this is the 5-hitter, Langston Level, for Snider.
It's 0-1. And that's a swinging strike, too.
Boy, nice fastball top of the zone there.
And it's 0-2. You always want to get this first out when you got the lead, and it's the last at bat for the other team.
Level's 0 for 2 today with the fly out and a strikeout.
And he pounds one to the third baseman, but sneaks through the hole, and he is aboard with the base hit.
Yeah, hard hit ground ball. Just there's that about a 10-foot, 15-foot gap between third and short that they couldn't quite close distance on. So leadoff runner's aboard for Snider.
And Jaden, true to form, though, a ground ball pitcher.
That's right. You know, we'll take a couple more of those. We might have an opportunity to
And Jaden throws back, makes a nice move, and that one was
close.
It was close. Seen a lot of that today.
Yeah, the tag was on his chest there, but his arms were on the base. So.
And that's called strike.
This is number 12, Aaron Finn, first baseman for Snider.
Jaden goes back again.
Yeah, I like him keeping him short, but don't want to throw one away here. They need an out.
And the crowd,
they're close.
The crowd thought
three times they're close.
The crowd thought that one was good enough, but apparently the umpires did not. And that's a swinging strike, and the count is 0-2.
Jaden's got a nice slide step, so that fastball gets on him in a hurry. So, great job there. Jaden's one of those pitchers likes to speed you up and slow you down, and vice versa. Changes speeds and pitches.
And the hitter's late on that one, but he does manage to foul it off. Count stays 0-2.
Yeah, good curveball. I mean, interesting to see if Snider does try to send him here. You know, that's not the tying run, so they probably don't want to give up an out on second base with the only base runner they have. I don't suspect they're going to send him here. Do you, Dan?
I don't think so. He doesn't seem to be making the move over there.
Oh,
that one goes down the third base line and just
he's going to make the play to third. Nope.
They hold him up. The third base coach was calling him, but the guy did not go, and wisely so. I think he would have been out at third if he would have gone for it.
Boy, wish Graham was about 6 inches taller there because that didn't miss by much. He got his glove out there, but was tailing away from him and stayed fair.
And that's another hit. The tying run is at first, and the go-ahead run is at the plate right now. Still no outs. And Jaden, I don't think, has thrown a ball yet this inning.
Big spot for Homestead here.
And there's a bunt. Jaden picks it up. Goebel covers, and they get the out at first. The base runners advance to second and third as planned, but
Yeah.
Homestead has the first out.
He got it quick enough. I thought he might make the move to second there to try to get that lead runner. I don't think he really had to play to turn all the way around for third, but got the safe play and got the out at first.
And here comes a pinch runner for the man on second.
Is that 27,
Yes.
Fred Henderson? Well, Homestead got an out, but Snider's got 2 runners in scoring position, so they can tie the game here with a base hit potentially. 15's up to bat. That is, just says Snider on iScore. Dan?
And he's late on that one, fouls down the first base line.
He's either named after the school or we don't have a name on number 15.
Is it spelled the same?
Spelled the same. No.
And that one's low for a ball. Counts 1-1.
Well, first base is open, but definitely don't want to put someone on if we can help it. So, see if Jaden can't
Get this out.
can't close this one out and get another out right here at the plate. Great
That's
pitch.
a beauty of a curveball for a strike, and that's 1-2.
I'm a little surprised Homestead maybe doesn't have corners playing in a little bit, trying to hold that runner on third.
I don't see
In case of a ground ball there.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of that from Homestead.
Another nice
That one's in the
pitch.
dirt. Micah keeps it ahead of him. Everybody stays. Oh.
Boy, what's the call there, Dan? That's
I don't know. The umpire was trying to signal to people, but nobody seemed to be listening. And then
so they're saying he did not go on the swing. He held up, so that's going to be a ball.
So it's 2-2.
Even the batter thought he went. He started to move down the base path. Maybe that should have been an indicator of the umpire.
He thought he swung. It's 2-2. One out, man on second and third. And that one's inside, little chin music, and
That's
the count
right.
is full.
All right, Jaden, come on now. Don't
Buckle
lose him
down
here.
now, buckle down. And here it is, the payoff pitch. And
Nice
that comes in
pitch.
for strike 3.
Boy,
I throw it down to first.
Instant
and we got
replay.
the out.
how about that one up? And we got it. All right, he agrees this time. We got the out.
And so it's 2 outs now. Now we can focus on the batter.
Yeah, 2 outs, big difference now. So infield can just play for the force out at first and all but ignore those runners. Great job, Jaden. Coming in a big moment here, and see if he can close it out. One more out to go for Homestead.
And there's strike 1.
Yeah, we've seen several of those fastballs at the top of the zone there, and he's definitely been calling them
Yes, he
for both
has.
sides. So.
Yep. And same with some of those curveballs that look high, look like they didn't quite drop in, but they still get called
Yep.
for strikes. So he's been giving it to both teams.
Oh, nice
Speaking
pitch.
of the curveball dropping in for a
There
strike.
it is. Snider's down to their last strike.
0-2. And I think you give him something outside to see if you can catch him swinging at it.
Yep, this is number 2, Grady Tarney, who I believe came in to pitch.
Yes.
What do you throw here, Dan?
I'd go
Keep it outside the.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you put it over the plate, but we also don't want to pass balls, so maybe
Definitely don't want
fastball
that.
outside corner.
Yep.
Stay away from the batter.
He's small enough that maybe you can sneak it out of his ability to swing and hit.
Yeah, I don't like the curveballs too far off the plate. Those are sometimes the pass balls that scores a run in these situations. Oh,
And
there it
is.
is.
Called strike 3 to end the game.
Just
folks.
froze him. He must have been looking curveball. Great job, Jaden.
So it ends the game 3-1 Homestead. A great start for the day. Uncharacteristically slow start for Homestead. They ended up with, I think it was 9 hits, so it's not like they didn't have a lot of hits.
No, but Darren Swanson absolutely kept the Homestead hitters at bay for pretty much almost 5 innings before they finally broke through a little bit.
Yeah, it was 3 innings of no hits for Homestead, I think. Or maybe actually not true. They had 2 hits in the first 3 innings, but really just never got anything going. Didn't tie anything together.
No.
It wasn't until the 4th inning that they put a run on the board, and that was. After that, Homestead put the 2 in on the 5th, and then that was where the score remained for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Well played by both teams. Snider did a great job. Again, the pitching was just excellent from Snider against this Homestead offense. You don't see that too often. So
you don't.
It's a really good job. But I also want to commend the Snider coaches. I mean, they could have left Swanson in and, used him past 100 pitches, but I think so many coaches are, careful of those situations and don't want to put too many pitches on an arm there. So great job to the Snider coaches there. I think that was the right call as he was approaching 90-plus pitches.
Yep, and so we're going to go ahead and go off the broadcast for this break here between games. It's usually about a half hour between games. The boys will grab a meal, and I think we will too.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you folks back in a while. Well, welcome back, folks. We're starting to get ready here for Game 2 of this doubleheader. Homestead versus Snider. The first game was a well-fought game by both teams. Snider's Darren Swanson did an excellent job pitching to Homestead and kept him off balance, but Homestead was able to come through in the end of the game and win that one 3-1. And we're on now for a second, what would I expect to be another outstanding game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good game. Low scoring, pitchers duel. A little bit different for your typical Homestead game, where we've seen a lot of 12 to 8 type games where a lot of runs are being scored. But it's good actually to see some good baseball, good pitching, good defense, very few errors on both teams. So well played, well played game.
Yeah, very good pitching. I know that both teams pretty much were up and down in the first 3 innings. A couple of base runners here and there, but kept both pitchers did a great job keeping everybody off balance. And it wasn't even until the 4th inning till any runs were scored. Each team put up 1. Then Homestead put up 2 in the 5th, and then that was all of the scoring in the game. Ended 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Be interesting to see Game 2 if it's low scoring again, or if we see a little bit more offense from Homestead and Snider.
Who's taking the mound for Homestead in the second game? Do you know?
Well, it looks like Graham Collin was down in the bullpen, so I think he was the planned Game 2 starter, and
he's kind of been the Game 2 starter, and it was last weekend for sure against Northrop. Has he done this 3 weeks in a row now?
I believe he has. I believe, so he's definitely been one of the Saturday pitchers along with Caleb, and he's done a good job. I think he went 5 innings, or did he go 6 innings last week, Dan?
That's a good question. He certainly went deep, but I can't remember how deep. We ended up winning that game.
I think he went 6, because I think then Caden Tarango came in and closed it out in the 7th.
That's correct. Yeah, he pitched 1 inning. That's right. Tarango came in for 1 inning, and then Tarango pitched it. He started on Wednesday night against Dwenger.
Yep, Homestead's taking the field, and it's Graham Collin on the mound.
Yeah, and starting with the outfield, Luke Palmer's in right, Carter Matheson in center, and Braden Hardwick maybe in left. It's hard to tell. Left is just a little too. Oh, it's certainly him, because he's got the dirt head to toe, because he spent a lot of time sliding back to second in one of the at bats in the last, in the Bryce Snider at bat in the last game. In the infield, we got Caleb Kolping at first.
I believe that's Bryce Yoder at third.
I think that you're right.
It's the blonde hair, Dan.
It's the blonde hair. That's the key. You sure it's not Brennan Wiegert?
At third base?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking.
Third base.
we
It's your blind spot, Dan.
Right, we have the post between us, and I can't see third base. You can't see first base. Or maybe it's second that you can't see. I don't know what your angle is.
Yeah.
But yes, Bryce Yoder is at third. Graham Collin normally plays third, but of course when Graham's on the mound, he can't do both. He's almost good enough to do it, but probably not quite good enough. Looks like Brendan Wiegert is starting at second base, and Jaden Lepper at short. And behind the plate is Carter Dixon.
And we'll have to wait for the I score to get the Snider lineup. Wind seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Just got a notification that there is a bug on the screen, and literally there is a bug on the screen. So I'm gonna.
It's a 1950s sci-fi movie, Dan.
And I knocked him down. We'll see if he manages to crawl his way back up there again. Thanks for that notification. We learned a lot about our broadcast from our comments through YouTube and through our text messages that we receive.
Well, here we go, Dan. Looks like I believe it's the same leadoff hitter they had last time, number 6.
Trevor Newman. And here comes the first pitch of the game. Delivers a strike. It's struck for a ground ball to the second baseman, who makes a good play to get it. Throws long to first for the first out. Excellent play by Brendan Wiegert there,
yes.
Backhanding that one right up the middle, really.
Yes. Fastball came in. Leadoff hitter did a good job, put the bat on the ball, but Brendan Wiegert with a great backhanded play and turned. Get it all the way back to first base to Caleb.
Very efficient pitching, too. If we can do this the whole game, this will be a very fast game. And he delivers a strike right down the middle. Was that a curveball?
That was a nice curveball. Yes, it was.
And Graham has been doing an outstanding job with that curveball. It's become a very reliable pitch for him. 1-1.
Missed outside with that fastball.
Missed inside with the fastball. And we got 2-1.
Yeah, he's typically a good fastball pitcher. Hopefully he's got his Fastball dialed in, but not yet.
And it's 3-1. Certainly good pacing for Graham right now. He's delivered 4 pitches in about maybe 20 seconds.
Yes.
And he delivers that one. Goes off the handle, foul down the first base line. And the count is full to this batter.
Yeah, left that one up a little bit, but good job of the batter to foul that one off. Let's see if Graham can finish him here.
He's going to drop that curveball in, but it gets in between the shortstop and third baseman for a base hit.
Yeah, left that up just a little bit, but with a full count. I don't think he wanted to risk putting that in the dirt, so that was a good piece of hitting on a hanging curveball.
So we got a runner aboard with 1 out in the top of the first. Colin looks back to first, checks the runner and makes the pitch, and he throws that fastball in. It gets fouled off behind home plate.
This is the shortstop, Cade Hinton, at the plate.
That one's off the handle, straight back to Graham Collin. He throws it to second for the first out
Nice,
and a first.
nice
There's
play.
a double play. Absolutely textbook job by Graham. Picked that ball up, but he made sure he had it before he turned around to make the throw. It's so easy to want to turn around before, and then you end up misplaying that one, but he played it perfectly.
Absolutely. It's always nice to have an infielder as your pitcher, and he actually threw it, I thought, maybe a little too early, but it was a good time play for Jaden coming across the base there, and plenty of time to get that second out at first.
Yep, everybody knew where they were supposed to be, and they were all in their places just like they should be, and that's why they turned that one perfectly. So they get rid of the base runner and get rid of the batter at the same time, and that ends the half an inning with a very efficient pitch count. And I see I left our selfie cam on this whole time. I didn't mean to do that, so you got to watch us too. And my wife has delivered, oh, not my wife, someone else's wife has delivered me a drink.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you very much.
Looks like on the mound for Snider is going to be Aaron Fenn, number 12, right-handed pitcher.
And once again, Snider does not put their stats out on the publicly available Max Prep site on their players, so we don't know a whole lot about these guys.
Nope, we're flying blind a little bit on who most of these players are for Snider.
And with that sport drink, I've had my first nourishment of the day. Missed lunch because I was talking to an old friend that came to watch Luke play baseball here today, so chatted with him between games when I was supposed to be getting my burger and ran out of time. So I got to hear about the burger that Craig ate.
Yes, it was excellent, Dan. Absolutely excellent.
And looks like we're leading off with Jaden Lepper again this game.
Well, with only 3 runs scored in the first game, that's one of the lower outputs of the year. So we'll see if the Homestead offense can get going here in Game 2 and possibly put up a few more runs. And Jaden Lepper leading off again.
He did a good job in the last game at leadoff, and it's not a position he's been playing really since one of the first games of the season. That's dropped in for strike 1.
Oh,
and Jaden drops a beauty of a bunt.
That
the
looks
pitcher's
good.
back, but it's going to be too late, and Jaden is well safe. That's a base hit.
Yeah, that's about as well as you can place it there. That's too shallow for that third baseman to come get it, force the pitcher to move all the way right down to that foul line on third base. So great job by Jaden to lay that bunt down.
And that brings up our, really, I think, is who's been our number 2 hitter for the entire season. I'll bet he's been the number 2 hitter in every single game this season, Carter Matheson.
Yeah, with his power, old school, you put him in the 3 or 4 spot, but you want that extra at bat in every game. So I think putting him in the 2 spot's a good place for Carter.
And he hits one high. If there was any wind blowing out, this
I don't
would
think
probably go to Texas.
That's trouble.
Oh. That was very close for getting a double play on that one.
Yeah, the right fielder lost it, and the center fielder did a great job coming in and took it over, but Jaden had to almost play it halfway because if that ball dropped, he would have had to get to second base to prevent the force out. So a little unusual play there I saw the right fielder just wave his hands. He did not see that ball, and center fielder came all the way in to make the play.
Yeah, it was a nice play by the center fielder. I was caught watching there, not announcing, because I wasn't even sure where the ball went. And there's yet another pickoff move to first. It seems like that's Snider's go-to is pickoff attempts at the bases.
If they pull up max preps, they'll see a lot of stolen bases by Homestead. So you got to figure they're probably coach their pitchers to try to keep them short.
Yeah, we do have an exceptional number of stolen bases on our team, and there goes another one attempt, and it's a pitch out, but they call him out. Jaden came in standing up on that one, and that was probably a mistake.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, if he thought the throw was so far to the other side of the bag that he didn't need to slide, but Coach is asking him the same question right now.
I'm not sure he was out anyway, but you definitely want to make it look like you're...
Yeah, typically you're sliding in there, so...
So the bases are clean now to Caleb Colping, and that's a called strike. And the count is 1-1. And that one's low for ball 2. 2-1. He fouls one off behind home plate. Counts 2-2.
Yeah, Caleb's last at bat. I think he had that great hit to left center field. Scored a run for us, so let's see if he can't keep it going here in game 2.
Yeah, he brought Carter Matheson in, I believe, with that. And that's a rare strikeout for Caleb.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Off speed, looked like a changeup. Just messed up Caleb's timing a little bit and wasn't able to connect on that one. So actually, Snider kind of escaped there a little bit. Had a little bit of trouble, and then base running error got them out of a little bit of a jam there. After that leadoff batter got on base for Homestead.
Yeah, we move into the second inning. The score is 0-0, and one hit for each team. And again, Snider's doing a great job because Homestead is, it's very common for Homestead to put up at least a couple and maybe a lot of runs in that first inning.
Yes.
A lot of times Homestead's got a comfortable lead after their first set of at-bats, or we get through the entire batting order in our first set of at-bats. We've talked about that in prior games where it's just the pitchers facing our lineup on the second time through in the second inning, and that's
right.
Always a difficult thing for a pitcher to do.
Yeah. We'll see how this game goes, but game number 1 was low scoring, and so far clean inning for both teams through the first inning, 0-0. Like to see that Homestead offense get going.
It'd be very nice. Should we do a player focus while we're here between innings?
Absolutely, good idea. We'll start off with Jaden Lepper for game number 2 here. Jaden's parents are Justin and Melissa Lepper. This is his 4th year on the baseball team. Jaden was the recipient of the Defensive Player of the Year award his freshman year. He will continue his baseball career at St. Francis University and earn a degree in communications.
Outstanding. Jaden's fun fact is he hit his first ever home run over the fence at the Uniondale Field on June 1st, 2014. Remember the Uniondale Field, Craig?
You know, that's I think predates my Fort Wayne time.
No. Graham played on that field against the Bluffton Bombers, and I think are about our 12-year-old year.
I might have been with the other Thunder team for that weekend because I don't recall that.
It's a nice field in southern Wells County where some nice benefactor built the place, and it has a green monster in left field.
I've not been there.
And that one's fouled off left of the third base line.
Yeah, Graham threw a nice curveball on pitch 1, and the crowd thought it was a strike, but it must have been a little low. Umpire did not call it strike, so it counts 2-2.
And this hitter is battling like the Snider batters do. In fact, I think this is the shortstop again for Snider, and he battled several at-bats the first time.
This is Blake George. He's the third baseman.
Oh, third baseman, sorry. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, another curveball. I think they're just a tad low, but that's a pretty good plate discipline by the hitter to lay off that one with 2 strikes.
And here we are with full count. And that's going to be a soft fly ball to left field. Braden Hardwick comes in on it and makes the catch for out number 1 a nice job on defense there.
Yeah, Graham went back to the fastball, put it right over the middle, and the hitter got the bat on it. But thankfully, right to left field. So good catch.
Number 14, Langston Lavelle.
Routine play for Braden out there. This is Langston Level, the right fielder.
It's inside for ball one. Good pitch.
Yeah, I think that was his two-seam fastball. He's got a little run on that. Comes in on the hands on that right-handed batter. Another one. Just missed again. Close.
That's tight. I think with some umps, that one might have been a nice strike. Another one comes soft fly ball off the handle. Braden's charging in, makes the catch. Carter was coming in behind him and probably could have made the catch also, but it was in that sort of a no man's land.
Yeah, that one stayed up just enough that might be a little trouble and drop, but stayed up there, and Braden had to use his speed that time.
Yes, there's 3 fast outfielders out there right now, so they can cover a lot of ground. And that's a ball outside. I think Graham's just missing these corners for the ump.
Yeah, he's that's a couple batters in a row. He's gotten behind with some balls early. I think he's trying to hit those corners, and maybe just needs to.
That was a fastball inside, swung and fouled off. 2-1.
Yep. He brought that in a little bit, and batter was late and got a strike with the foul.
Gonna go curve here, you think?
Yeah.
You went fastball again?
Well, no, I think it was curve. That was just that was the 55-foot curve.
Didn't curve enough.
No.
Or too much. And it's 3-1. Although the ump is saying 2-2. I'll take it, folks. I'm not sure which one of those was. He just changed it to 3-1. And the scoreboard operators looking
trying to keep up,
having some aspiration there, and that's a strike. So now it's full count.
Let's see if Graham can finish him here without putting him on.
And it's a ball hit to the shortstop, who fires it over to first base for the easy out, and that retires the side. And we are at the bottom of the second inning. The score is still 0-0, and there were no hits in that half inning. Yeah. Looks like the coach is having a meeting with the team on the side here with Homestead's team. What do you think he's talking about, Craig?
Yeah, good question, because obviously, no mistakes that inning, so it's another tight game, 0-0 early. So maybe he's just kind of walking through a few things.
He's talking about hitting, maybe.
Getting them folks to get the bats going a little bit.
And they all raise their hands in the air for a final go Spartans, and we're about to start the bottom of the second inning.
And I'm going to do another senior spotlight just because we've got several to go through, and want to make sure we get them all in maybe by the 5th inning. So let's move on to Micah Long. Micah's parents are David and Sharon Long. This is his 4th year on the baseball team. Micah has been a distinguished honor roll or honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. He is a leader of the FCA and has served as student government treasurer for the past 3 years. He will continue his baseball career at Taylor University and study finance.
Yeah, Mike apparently has gotten super excited for game day from a very young age. And back in his T-ball days, it was the night before his very first T-ball game, and all the excitement to get his brand new team T-shirt and baseball cap on, he forgot.
Oh boy!
This is a hard hit ball by Brennan Wiegert, and the left fielder's back on the warning track and makes the grab. It just hung up there a little too long, or not long enough, depending how you want to count it. But that thing was probably 8 feet from going out of the park.
Right to the warning track.
Just an absolutely fantastic. He clobbered that one.
Yeah, the left fielder, I don't know if he lost it or turned the wrong way, so I thought it was going to get away from him, but he was able to do a nice job, track it down, and get under that to make the play.
So apparently when Micah was driving, or his family was driving home after his first T-ball game, he was telling his family that it was so much fun, but next time he needed to remember to put on his underwear. Luke Palmer up to the bat.
Another one.
He gets under that one. It's
Keep
a fly
going.
ball deep into the left
Not going to
field.
make it.
Not quite to the warning track, but close. Another fly out to the left fielder. And that's 2 outs, folks. I think 2 outs and 2 pitches.
Yeah, I think you're right, but both were pretty well hit, just a little too much under them. But hopefully that's a good sign that the Homestead bats are going to be aggressive here and maybe not try to push the count, just go after some early ones that are in the zone and hittable.
Yeah, and it's not only that the bats are getting on them, that it's clear that they're hitting them hard. So it's only a matter of time when Homestead's bats are hitting the ball hard for a dangerous thing to happen for the pitcher, and that's ball 1.
That could be a good sign for Homestead.
Graham Collin up to bat. Graham fouls one off on the first base side. And we saw Luke Palmer take it to the left field side again, so he's getting back at us for saying that he's hitting everything to right. That was ball high.
I'll show you.
And that one's low and away. 3-1. Hitters count.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if they'll come to him here, see if Graham can't find a way to get on base.
Pitcher's shaking him off. Delivers the pitch. That's high and inside, and Graham walks.
Yep, really nothing to hit there, so good job laying off those and taking your base. Sometimes you just got to take your base.
He
nothing to hit.
swung at the one good pitch, fouled it off. And Braden Hardwick up to bat. Let's see if we can get Graham around and get him in.
Yeah, they're not going to courtesy run for Graham.
They never seem to. No courtesy for Graham when he's pitching. That's the problem is Graham's too fast, and you hate to take his feet off the bases. And that's ball low.
Braden added a nice hit the last at bat of the previous game, so hopefully he can keep that going for Homestead and move Graham around a little bit here.
He lined it right up the center, didn't he?
Yes.
I'd like to see that. We'll take that. And that's ball high. 2-0.
Well, the first couple batters are aggressive, but ever since we haven't really seen too many in the strike zone. So let's see if Homestead can maybe be patient. And
yeah, the pitcher started off 2 pitches, 2 outs, and all of a sudden he's walked a batter and he's 2-0 on the next batter. And that one's well inside, 3-0. Maybe he just got worried with how well those balls were getting hit.
Yeah, that's might have rattled him just a little bit. He's definitely not. I don't think he's thrown a strike. Well, he's thrown 1 strike since.
His pacing changed too. He was very quick earlier on in this in the first inning, and then this one, and now he's taking a little more time between the pitches, and that's called strike.
Yeah, I'm sure Braden had the take sign there, so he wasn't going to swing the bat there. Want to make sure this pitcher's going to not give him a freebie.
And we're 3-1. And that's ball 4, folks.
2 walks in a row. So we had 2 outs pretty quick, but now Homestead's got an opportunity here.
Yeah, not quite sure what's going on with this pitcher now.
Cole Etchison is the designated hitter this game. Good to see him up there. Another senior for Homestead.
And I fully expect Cole's going to hit one on the left field line right now. And that's called strike. He wasn't going to take that one down the left field line. That was a little low and outside.
Yeah, I'd like to see Graham maybe take a little bit bigger lead and bother that pitcher a little bit here. His lead's pretty short, so
Cole fouls that one off. It's 0-2. So he's a little behind here. Oh, well, the pitcher just missed a ball.
All right, Cole, here we go.
And a lot of time between these pitches. Cole might want to call timeout, but here's the pitch. That one was inside. Cole takes it off the handle. I don't think it's going to be playable, and it is not.
That's
Foul
into
ball.
into the creek there. Looks like there's a creek that runs along the left field line here, past the walkway.
And Cole keeps it fighting.
Yeah.
This is the longest 2-strike at bat I think I've ever seen. He's been
Yeah.
0-2 his entire at bat.
That's
I think he
right.
walked up to the plate 0-2.
That's right. He's doing a good job fouling some off here. Hopefully we can get another one over the plate here. A little bit better position for him to put the bat on the ball.
That was
Another one.
Curveball dropped in there. Still 0-2.
Yeah, that's tough. He's doing a great job battling. You know, with the 0-2, the pitcher can really throw about anything he wants. And well, I know they don't want to pass ball on anything in the dirt. You know, the runner's on second, not on third, so he can throw pretty much anything he wants here.
Yeah, I expect he's getting tired of throwing whatever he's got, though. He's starting to wonder if he can throw one that he's going to get by Cole. And that's a ball in the dirt. Throws pickoff attempt by the catcher back to first. Probably a little
Good job
dicey.
Good job for Cole to lay off that one. That was not a bad pitch. Seeing if he could get Cole to chase that one.
And it's 1-2 finally. There's a ball on the board. Long pause with the pitcher's knee in the air. I hear the Homestead dugout now getting a little excited with the length of this at bat.
Yeah, Cole is doing a great job.
And you know this pitcher he's getting annoyed at this point. It's like, I do not want to let this guy get on base.
1 strike and 4 fouls so far.
Oh, and that was a called strike, and that ends the inning.
I thought that was a little low, but again, from our angle here, it's tough to catch that lower part of the strike zone and really tell where that was. So, umpire thought it was good, so that ends the at bat.
He did a great job pushing the pitch count on that at bat, especially given it started at an 0-2 count.
So another low-scoring game here, Dan. 0-0, and going into the third inning.
So far, you got 2.5 down, and still 0-0.
Very unusual for Homestead. So that's a tip of the cap to the Snider pitching staff.
Yeah, and when I looked through their scores, they're an interesting team to look through their scores because they seem to be a Jekyll and Hyde a little bit in their wins and losses. They beat some good teams, they lose to some lesser teams, and they just don't seem to have catch their stride.
Well, you know, facing Homestead, which in football and basketball is an SAC game, but Homestead is not in the SAC in baseball, so never sure if Snider's going to hold back on their pitching if they've got an SAC game coming up. So
yeah, but I sincerely doubt they have
no,
somebody better than Darren Swanson.
No,
is.
what I was going to say is they're definitely throwing some of their better pitchers, which is good. You know, Homestead needs to see good pitching, and
oh yes, it's a treat.
And that's probably why we've got a close game in Game 1 and a close game in Game 2 right now.
In fact, I'm showing that each team here so far has 1 hit. But
This is the number 7 batter, number 8, Braden Hale, first baseman.
Number 8, Braden Hale.
let's go, Graham. Treat him like you did last time. And that's a fastball for a swinging strike 1. He seemed a little late on that one.
Yeah, good to get ahead on the batters. Graham was getting behind on the batters in the last inning.
He fires another fastball. And I believe the umpire called that one a ball. Looked pretty good from up here.
Yeah, I thought he was caught the corner there, but must have been just outside.
I'm going to call it the same pitch called for a strike.
Counts 0-3. Oh.
And I think he does go for the same spot again.
Yeah,
This time called
that-
ball. Got in a little low that time.
Yeah, that was a curveball. Looks like I'm surprised the batter was even laid off that
Yep.
with 2 strikes.
It
So that
looked
was a good
good.
pitch.
And apparently
Ooh.
missed inside.
Yeah, I think that was the 2-seam.
And the count is full. Puts that one right down the middle. It's fouled off.
All right, Graham, here we go. Don't put him on. Let your defense go to work.
It's right back at Graham. Routine. Tosses it over to first for the out. And a little around the horn by the team just to practice.
Yeah, I had a couple kind of benign choppers back to the pitcher in this game so far, so Graham's done a good job of fielding those and making the play.
Batting 8th for Snider, number 13, Jacob Byler.
And so there's one out.
This is
Jacob Byler.
Jacob Byler, left fielder.
One pitch, fielded by Jaden Lepper. Throws over to Caleb Colpine for the out at first. Very efficient, and there are now 2 outs. And we're back to the gentleman. We were murdering his name, I'm sure.
This is number 2, Grady Tarney.
Grady Tarney, that's right. He wasn't the one we were murdering.
No.
Grady Tarney, he was the second pitcher in the first game.
Mercifully, the Snider coaching staff does not have that gentleman in the lineup in game 2.
So we don't have to bother pronouncing his name. And that's ball 1 inside.
It was Blake V.
Yes. That one's fouled off our direction. 1-1. He drops that curveball in for a beauty of a strike.
Nice pitch, Graham.
It's 1-2, 2 outs. Nobody's on. And he gets a swinging strike, and that was a great choice there, throwing the fastball on the outside corner. He chased it, didn't get it, and that ends the inning. So Homestead still rolling on defense.
Yeah, let's just see if we can't get the Homestead bats going. That's still...
Now we need to start rolling on offense.
Yeah, we've had a couple good hits today, a couple in the first game, but not a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's I'll say there's a big difference in this game so far has been that our bats have been striking the ball and pretty hard, whereas their bats have not been getting a good bat on the ball at all.
Yes, that is true. Several well hit balls. They were caught. A couple good plays by the Snider outfield, but hopefully we can convert those to hits in this inning.
Yeah, you just feel like it's only a matter of time before the jam breaks and our runs start coming in.
Yeah, there's been usually there's 1 or 2 innings every game where Homestead puts up a big number.
I'm going to say it's going to be the 3rd inning. I'm sorry. It's going to be the 4th inning in this game. No, 3rd inning in this game. Sorry.
We're bottom of 3 right now.
Bottom of the 3rd.
As long as you didn't say it was the 2nd inning.
No, not the 2nd inning. And Bryce Yoder is coming up to bat.
Bryce Yoder, sophomore, has done a great job. Made some appearances at third base when Graham's pitching, also for this game, but also a little time behind the plate this year.
Only sophomore on the
catcher.
team to start varsity. And he fouls that one off on the third base side, out of play.
Jake Goody's been up a couple times as another sophomore, but Bryce has been with the team from day 1, coming out of spring training.
Made the roster. And that's called strike inside. I didn't see that one getting called for Graham on the other half of this inning.
No, Bryce is behind 0-2 here, but he's got a good bat, so as long as he gets the bat in the ball.
And he makes a nice cut at it. The second baseman's ranging over, makes a nice play, gets it to first for the out.
Yeah, just rolled it over a little bit there, but again, we're putting the bat on the ball, so let's hopefully now we're back to the top and see if we can't get something, some production here now that they're seeing him again for the 2nd time.
Yep. Know a little bit more about the pitcher at this point, what kind of pitches he throws, what they look like, what his speed looks like. And that was an excellent curveball.
Yeah.
Jaden swings and misses.
He left it up. I don't mind Jaden going after that.
Yeah. I think it was just too hard to wait for. It was going so slow. Jaden fouls that one off and gets quickly behind 0-2. Let's go, Jaden. Throws at his head,
yeah,
misses.
Little chin music there.
1-2.
Jade didn't flinch much, though, so
he didn't.
Might not have been as close as we thought it was.
Or as fast. Tries to throw a curveball on that inside, but misses. 2-2.
Yeah, those are sneaky sometimes for a right-handed pitcher. Against a right-handed batter, can come back into the zone there and catch you looking. And that one's over the plate. Jaden gets it. The third baseman catches that grounder.
kind of one hopped over to him.
Yeah, I
And
thought I was hoping to get that second hop, but third baseman did a good job of moving in and taking that second hop out of play and making it look routine with a throw over to first base.
Carter Matheson.
for the second out, and now Carter Matheson up to bat. I'll take a burger. Got any money? I don't.
Carter's up to bat. That's called strike one. And I'm going to say it. Carter's due. He needs his home run for the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, a little low. I
Feed
don't
me.
think. That's right. I don't think Carter liked that.
And this pitcher's, I think, being a little careful. Nobody wants to give Carter something on the inside half of the plate. And there he just gave him an inside half of the plate, and Carter hits a nice single into right field.
Yep, hanging curveball there, and Carter did a good job of just turning on that and putting it over in right field. Now he's sitting on first base. Here's a score update, Dan. The JV Gold won their first game 14-2, and in the top half of the first, they're already up 6-0.
Who are they playing today?
Good question. Let me find out.
Caleb Colpine up to bat. Carter on first. Like to see a Caleb Colpine double right here. See if Carter can score from first. Caleb chops it foul of first base. 0-1.
Carter's actually one of the fastest guys on the team. He's got an excellent 60 time, so wouldn't be surprised to see them try to steal second maybe before Carter swings again, or before Caleb swings again.
Yeah, and he misses that curveball going for the outside corner, but never quite gets its way back in.
Yeah, that's a slow pitch. I think Carter would have had second easy there.
What do you think? Pickoff attempt here? Carter's not taking a huge
No,
lead,
it's not a
though.
big lead.
And there's a fly ball
If that
to
drops-
the gap, and it's going to drop.
Oh,
it
and he
does.
dove for it.
Carter scoring easily on this one. Caleb may take third. Nope, Caleb's going to hold up at second, but a run comes in, and there is now a run on the board, and Homestead has it. What a great piece of hitting right there.
Absolutely, great job, Caleb. That hung up a little bit. You know, that center fielder definitely tried to make a play on it, and I love to see the aggressive play. But an outfielder that dives and misses always means an extra base. So Homestead's on the board.
Yes, outstanding, and it's, you know, once again, we've seen this so many times. Homestead's on the board with 2 outs. There was nothing going on in that inning, and all of a sudden, there's 2 outs, and there's a run scored, and now there's still a man on second. So when Wiegert hits this one, there's going to be another run scored, and we'll just see how
Yeah,
long they
let's
can
see
keep
if we
it
can
going.
keep it rolling even with 2 outs here.
We've seen 2-out rallies before go 5 runs, 6 runs. And that's called strike. Probably go to the layoff on the first pitch. That one looked like it was a little high, a little outside.
Looks like Caleb on second's trying to give Brennan a little signal there.
Caleb's dancing around over there. It looks like he's saying,
Yeah.
my bad, or what's he saying? I'm not sure what he's when he was putting.
Yeah, he's given a few signals in there, and I don't know if it.
And we've seen the Snider team go back to second quite a few times. We've seen the catcher throw back to second. And here comes the coach to talk about.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on here. I don't think they change their signals when the runner gets on second. Typically, they will not put their fingers down. They'll use some type of other signals so the opposing team can't take a peek there. What might be coming. That's probably what's going on here. Is they're now talking about what the signal should be there when a runner's on second.
So you think Caleb was picking something up? All right.
There's hot dogs in there too.
What do we owe you?
Nothing.
Oh, thank you.
Condiments.
Well, fantastic. I just got delivered food courtesy of the stadium. Absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna make sure I don't eat next time intentionally.
There you go.
And I have now 2 hamburgers and a hot dog and condiments sitting in front of me. And you can hear the bag. Wiegert hits one chopper to the third baseman, who fires it over to first. And they
Yep.
make a good play there,
Yep.
get the out.
That was a good job by Snider. got the routine ground ball to third base, and third base made a routine throw. So it's too bad Homestead couldn't put another one up, but at least they got one up on the board. So we're into the fourth inning now, Dan. It's 1-0, another low-scoring game. Good baseball being played by both teams. So it looks like Homestead's coming out. No changes yet to the field positions. Graham's still on the mound and Carter behind the plate. So see if they can't get through another clean inning and take another crack at putting some runs up in the fourth inning. So it's been a beautiful day out here. Weather's been a little chilly, but all in all, cannot complain. Sunny, just a mild breeze. Good day for baseball in northern Indiana. Would love to see a little bit more temperature, but we won't complain too much, as we've sat through a few games recently with rain and sideways rain coming down, and we'll take a day where we don't have to worry about umbrellas. So it looks like we are back to the top of the order for Snider. Number 6, Trevor Newman's up to bat. Comes the first pitch. Nice curveball, but missed a little low. Good inside fastball, fouled away. Counts 1-1. Fastball low. Count goes to 2-1. So Graham's nibbling down low, just haven't been able to hit those corners yet. Ball hit well back to right field, but Luke Palmer makes the play. Moved a little bit to his right and then changed directions and moved back left. So fly ball, routine catch, but again, that shallow right field porch there makes anything hit to right field interesting, especially since that is usually the downwind direction, although the flags right now are not moving. So 1 out on the board for Homestead. Darren Swanson up to bat. Off the bat handle, play to Jaden Lepper, shortstop, makes the play to first base. Caught for the out by Caleb Colbean. A little low, and Caleb dug it out. So nice play. And quickly, Homestead's got 2 outs on the board. Number 7, Cade Hinton coming up.
Batting for the Panthers, number 7, Cade Hinton.
He's the shortstop. Curveball drops in there for strike 1. Brought that up a little bit. Good pitch. Another curveball drops in again to the shortstop. Jaden makes the catch, and the throw to first base for the out, and quickly Homestead is out of there with 3 outs. Moving to the bottom of the fourth, so Homestead pitching and defense been really solid today. It's just the hitting that hasn't got going yet for Homestead. So we'll see what happens now. That was an excellent quick inning for Homestead. This time we'll do another senior spotlight. We've got Carter Matheson. Carter's parents are Craig and Mindy Matheson. This is his 4th year on the varsity baseball team. Carter was the recipient of the Pitcher of the Year award his sophomore season. He was a member of the basketball team for 1 year. Carter was an honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. He has participated in DECA. Carter will continue his baseball career at Indiana University and earn a degree in business. So we've been watching Carter play for years now. He's one of those kids that was pretty much a good ball player right from the beginning. A lot of fun to watch play. He all-around player, good hitter, good fielder, good pitcher. And but he's going to go to IU to play some baseball, and I think IU is very interested in that bat of his. So
Well, and the fun little story about Carter comes from me, not necessarily from his parents, and that was I had the pleasure of managing. I called myself the general manager of their youth baseball team for about 4 years, and I made him write an apology letter to an umpire in his 13U season. Because after a called third strike that he didn't like, he looked at the umpire and he said, "You suck."
Carter's always been passionate.
Luke Palmer leading this half inning off, and it's called strike one.
No, but Carter's an outstanding young man. And
absolutely.
Look forward to watching him playing baseball down at IU next year. But we're not done playing Homestead baseball.
Now we get to enjoy watching these kids play a little bit longer. That one looked like it was trying to creep back in, but it's called ball.
Yeah, it was a good one to lay off. Come on, Luke. Hop on base there.
Get this inning started off right.
Another one outside.
Definitely going for that outside
A little closer
edge.
this time, but good job, I think, to lay off again. Although he likes that right field. So nothing wrong with hitting those outside pitches. He knows how to find the green space out there. Oh.
Speaking of right field, Luke hits it down the left field line. It's going to be all the way in the corner. Luke's certainly going to get 2 out of this. And it's a stand-up double to start the inning.
Great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Great way to start the inning. Proved a liar out of me. I was looking at right field, and he pulled one into left field.
And Graham calling up to bat.
Like to
see Graham trade places with Luke right now.
Absolutely. Luke's going to need to write me an apology letter after making me look bad there.
I'll see if I can get you one of those.
All right, Graham, help yourself out here a little bit. Trade places with Luke.
Yeah, I actually texted.
Oh, did he?
What did he say there?
Well, I thought the pitcher actually, I think that's part of his move, but it looked like a bullpen signal to the catcher a fastball was coming. I think that's just part of his...
Did he accidentally tip his pitch?
Exactly. Now, he didn't do it this time. That was interesting.
Luke's getting in the pitcher's head there a little bit, and that one's pitched well outside. I think pitchers are maybe getting a little too focused on the base runner. But I was texting with Craig Matheson last night, and we happened to text about that fond memory of that letter, and I said, I think I still have a copy of that letter. And Craig's like, really? Do you? Can you send it to me? And so I checked my archives, which are extensive, and sure enough, I still had a scanned copy of that letter. I texted it to him, so now he's got a copy for his archive.
Very nice. All right, Graham's ahead 2-0. Let's see if we can't...
Luke shades that one a little bit. They go to third, and he's going to be safe there.
Wow.
They went the wrong direction on that one,
Yeah,
folks.
they did.
He could have gotten the out at first for sure, or had a chance at the out at first, and instead they get nothing out of that one, and we have runners on first and third.
Yeah, that's should have been a routine ground ball thrown to first base, but they chose to try to get the lead runner, and don't think they realized how fast Luke is, and that was not really that close. He was in well ahead of the throw.
Yeah, and Luke even took a little time to shade that ball on the ground.
Yes, he did.
He didn't even really go full speed at the beginning of that run.
No, he did what he should, which is kind of slow down and try to distract the fielder by hopping over the ball a little bit.
Yep.
And all right, well, I'm glad to see this. They are going to put in a courtesy runner for Graham. I don't like it when the pitcher's out there running the bases.
Is that Bryce Snider over there on first? Yes, it is.
Is it Bryce
one?
Snider? Let's get him to second right now.
Yeah, it'd be perfect just to have him take off on this pitch. Test him. Of course, we did this once earlier, and that's called strike one to Braden Hardwick. And we ended up with an out at home.
Yeah.
Coach Bile looked like he was maybe somebody didn't catch a sign that time.
Yeah, I was surprised that we didn't swing and we didn't steal. So
Everybody missed the
Homestead's
sign.
usually pretty aggressive in these situations.
Snider fakes a run. We hear people yelling as if he's going. The pitcher, I think, got distracted there for a second when he was delivering that pitch, and counts 1-1. And the pitcher's concerned about Bryce over there on
Well,
first.
he's probably thinking about this situation in Game 1.
Yep.
Snider was able to execute that and get an out at home plate, but
Was it Snider on the base that time, running to second, and okay, he's going.
Double
There's a
steal.
throw in. Luke's coming home, and Luke is safe.
There we go.
And thrown back to second, and he is safe. Wow.
Yeah.
That was it. But you got to give Snider credit with how they are so aggressive throwing the ball around the bases.
They are.
And they haven't made a mistake yet, I don't think, in throwing the ball around the bases.
No, at the high school level, that's a tough play to execute, to throw it all the way to second, and then get it back to home when that runner's taken off. So.
But run scores.
Absolutely, great job by Homestead being aggressive and forcing Snider's hand there and getting one on the board.
And now it's 2-0. Homestead. There are no outs, and we've got a man on second again.
Oh,
And Hardwick catches one. And
Get
it's
down.
Going, looks like he might drop fair, and
It's-
it does on the
it's
left
down.
field line. Snider's going to score. The ball's being thrown into home. Then they throw to second to try and stop the double, but no.
and he got under the tag.
Hardwick gets in under the tag at second, and it's either a single with extra base on the throw, or it might be a double.
Yeah, that was actually a good throw to second, and thought he was going to get tagged out there, but the swipe was a little high, and Braden got under the tag. Great job. Great piece of hitting just to put that into left field. Ball on the outside of the plate there for a lefty hitter.
And Cole Letchison's up to bat. And again, you got to give Snider's credit. I mean, they are playing very good, tight ball out there on the
Absolutely.
infield, throwing it around, trying to get people on the bases. Luckily, they're not having a lot of success, but
Yeah, in the first game they had a little bit, they caught us a couple times, but Homestead's been one step faster this second game. So let's see if Cole can't keep it rolling here for Homestead.
Yeah, that's strike one. And that's a called strike two.
Yeah, he's doing that knee lift pause.
Yeah. Can you get called for a balk on that?
Well, as long as he
he turns
freezes
his
there, and as
body.
long as he continues to come to home plate, he's okay.
He does it.
But I can't imagine that
it helps your mechanics.
correct.
That's a curveball. Cole gets a piece of it. It's way up in the air. That's a major league fly ball pop up, and the left fielder gets under it for the catch.
Yeah, that was a good hack at that one, just a little bit under it. Really no opportunity for Bryce,
Homestead number 9, Bryce Yoder.
or excuse me, for Braden at second base there to do much with that.
But there's still just one out in this inning. It already seems like it's going long for this pitcher.
All right, Bryce, get us going. Bryce is a really good hitter. Been watching him for years. He's
And talk about hit. He got hit by a pitch. Hardwick
Yep.
was going on that pitch. It looks like he took that one in the foot. He's limping a little bit, but I'm sure he's going to shake that one off.
Yeah, the only bad break for Homestead is they had Braden stealing for third theirs, and pretty confident. He had a really good jump and would have had it fairly easily. So with the hit by pitch, Bryce gets his base, but Braden Hardwick has to go back to second.
It's a trade. I'm sure the Snider would rather give us the base and
Yes.
not their base runner. Coach Bile going out to check with Bryce, who's still limping over there.
Yeah, I think that probably hit him on the ankle. Probably right on that ankle bone. There's just some hitters will wear some protection there, but that's mostly for the foul balls that come off their own bat, not for a hit by pitch. So
Yeah,
no
Bryce-
protection on the outside of that right ankle.
Bryce, I'm sure, broke 3 bones there, but he's running in front of Coach Bile to make sure he can stay on the path.
So 2 more runners. We got 2 runners on here. Homestead another opportunity to really add to their lead. With only 1 out. Back to the top of the order. Let's see if Jaden can't convert here.
An astute observer of our game just notified me that I had the scoreboard wrong. This is you learn early on in youth baseball that the toughest job to have is running the scoreboard, because everybody in the entire park knows better than you do what the score is.
Oh,
Brayton's going again, and now they fake Yoder going to first. Brayton gets
Yeah.
third. They throw down to second.
boy, if Braden rounded that, he might have had a score there. I'm surprised they were going to throw to second, but I think Bryce was a little late with his jump, so he was not able to get to second. We'll see what they do here now that they have runners at the corners again. Homestead's been very aggressive in these situations all day long.
And you may have already said this, but Gold is playing Garrett.
No, I wasn't sure who they were playing, so.
They're playing Garrett. I got a message. That's a hard hit ball to right field. The
That
right
should be a
fielder is
tag-up
back.
situation.
He's back. He's on the warning track, and he he drops it. It actually comes down into his glove, Willie Mays style, and pops back out. And this is going to be costly. Now we have runners on second and third, and another run has scored, and there's not one more out. That was a tough play over there with that fence because he was running parallel to the back wall. And I think he didn't know quite where the wall was because it kind of creeps in on you over there. It's not a uniform length out there.
It's a short fence. He probably felt the warning track under his feet when he made the transition from grass to the not the gravel, but the baseball dirt there on the warning track, and realized, oh, I'm running out of space, and probably lost his concentration for a split second there. So that's a tough play.
Yeah, and that's a costly one for.
And look who's up to bat with
Carter
runners
Messon
and
got 2 on.
scoring position. Here we go.
Not anymore because he throws one away and a run scores. I'm sure a little bit of nerves on the part of the pitcher. He doesn't want to throw a good strike to Carter with 2 guys on, and so he throws one away.
Well, we've seen the dam break before. Dan in one inning where Homestead can put up a pretty big number, and this might be this inning. We're seeing it right in front of us. Oh.
Carter absolutely clobbers that one. There's no way that one's staying in the park, and that is going to tie the record for Homestead's number of home runs. I think that one might have landed in Fort Wayne.
Yes, that is up, and that was almost over the trees, Dan. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, he murdered that ball. It's a short porch over there, but it wouldn't have mattered if it was 360 over there.
No, the right fielder didn't move.
Nope, he waved at it on its way by, and that's all he could do. That's a 2-run homer for Carter, and that is his 14th home run of the season, which ties Homestead's all-time record. He is 1 away from owning Homestead's all-time home run record.
And unofficially, he already has it, that 15th home run that doesn't count in the rain-shortened game. But
yep, we count it, but
it's in our record book up here, but not in the Homestead book yet, but he'll get it. Unbelievable.
And there is still just 1 out. Caleb Kolping up to bat, and I think this pitcher is just about done mentally. That ball missed by a mile.
Unless I've missed it, I have not seen anybody in the bullpen, though, for Snider.
This has been a long inning for him. And Caleb smacks one hard. The center fielder's back, but he's able to get under it and gets the out. But that was a well-struck ball.
Yes.
If Caleb had chosen another direction other than straight up center, he'd have had a chance to put that one out of here.
Quite almost 100-foot, pretty much 100-foot difference in the fence between right field and center field.
Yep.
So
he just chose the wrong direction on that one.
Exactly. Well hit, though. I think the Homestead hitters are definitely onto the Snider pitcher right now. So
we saw it in their first round of at-bats. We saw that they were able to hit him hard, but they just weren't getting the breaks just yet. But now they're getting the breaks. And that's a ball high inside. 2 outs, though.
Brennan Wiegert up to bat.
Wiegert fouls one straight back over our heads. Homestead's already put up 6 runs this inning. I'd like to see him put up a couple of more, maybe go through the order another time. That's a ball outside. 2-1.
Hey, credit to the Snider pitcher, though. He's grinding away out there. This has been a big inning. That's tough. Homestead's done this to a lot of pitchers, and he's still trying to get after it.
And that one's fouled. It's 2-2.
Ooh. Might have got the umpire there off the face mask. I think he's fine. Just needs a second.
No, this pitcher's been doing a nice job. There's a couple opportunities that his infielders and outfielders have missed that could have ended this inning a little earlier for him. Umpire's having a chat with Coach Bile. I think he's just taking a little break to shake this one off.
He's wearing some sunglasses, so that might have been a little bit of a stinger there. Looked like went almost right off his ear, even though I know his ear's protected, but. You know, a lot of these high school pitchers, they can throw well into the 80s. That's not fun getting hit by a ball behind home plate there.
Oh, and Wiegert strikes 3. They throw it down to first because it's a drop third, but they get him in time, and that ends that inning. It certainly
That's
was a type of inning that we're used to seeing.
yes, that's a big inning for Homestead, and really now love to come out here and make quick work again on the defensive side. I think we saw Homestead get out to a nice lead against Bishop Dwenger, but then gave up a big inning right thereafter. So we'll see what Homestead can do now here on defense.
That's right. And Snider hadn't seen our big inning yet. They managed to escape that in the first game. Their pitching did a great job and kept them from seeing one of those, but now they've seen it.
Yes.
And it's something that's, I'm sure on the receiving end, it's not as fun as on the giving end.
That's right. But, this was the 11th inning of the day before they gave up the big inning. So, yeah, credit to Snider and their pitching staff for keeping the Homestead bats quiet to this point, but no longer. They're awake.
Yeah, and we've seen other teams throw back a lot to first, do pickoff moves to an extent. Hamilton Southeast in particular.
Yes.
I think we spent an hour and a half watching pickoff moves in that 3.5-hour game.
Yes.
No offense, that's the way they like to play their game.
There's no time clock.
But I wasn't all that impressed with it. It was just throws back, and they never got anything out of it. This Snider team has done a great job of throwing every direction on the bases, trying to make plays on our base runners. And I think you're right. I think maybe they're smart enough to do the research on Max Preps and see just how many stolen bases our team has put up. And they came here ready to play and ready to keep our base runners in place. They've had success one time with that play at home when we tried to do the double steal. But other than that, our base runners, I think, are just a little too much for them, as they are for most teams. But again, credit to Snider. They've done an impeccable job of throwing around the bases.
They've done it without throwing errors too.
Right.
So.
That's the incredible thing with and Graham plunks the first batter, puts the first guy on.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to start the inning. But he's got some runs to work with here, so he just needs to brush that off and get the second batter here.
Well, and
so this is. So that was Blake George, I believe, number 3, the first baseman.
Yep. And Blake
third baseman.
He doesn't look particularly speedy, so this would be an opportune moment for a ground ball. Graham throws one in high and on his hands, and can't help but swing at that one for strike 1.
This is Langston Level. He's the right fielder.
What do you think? Grounder to Jaden and a double play?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, throw the curveball, get him to hit into a chop ground ball and get a double play. I like that idea. Or
he goes fastball to Jaden.
Here
Try
we
something
go.
else. Jaden throws to second for the first out,
Oh.
and Jaden, Wiegert throws a little high, so we're unable to get that second out at first. Not sure we would have anyway.
yeah, he jumped off the bag, so it definitely would have been safe even if he caught it. But don't know if he didn't have to jump, it would have been close.
But it was a good try. And
Yeah.
we get another chance right here.
Absolutely.
Got one out. We got a man on first. This guy looks like he might be a bit speedier. And that's called strike 1. Good start.
Yeah, Graham's got a pretty quick pickoff move. I don't think we've seen him do it to first base yet.
I haven't.
See if he does it on pitch number 2 here.
Throws another beauty. And that's fouled off for strike 2. It's 0-2. He's way ahead of this batter. Maybe he's thinking he's just going to get this guy out with a strikeout rather than going for the ground ball for a double play.
Well, it's not a huge lead, so I think Graham's just going to come home.
Fouls that down the first base line, and we're still 0-2.
Yeah, he did a good job to get the bat on the ball. That was a curveball. It was not going to be over the plate, but it started off just close enough. I think he had to go after it, so good job to the hitter for fouling that away.
Oh,
nice.
Fired that fastball in on the outside
Wow.
corner, and I think he just was expecting curve. He was
Yeah.
not setting fastball. He came in way too late on that one.
Yeah, great job to go inside curveball and then outside fastball. Batter didn't have a chance there.
And that's it. 2 outs. Man on first. Just take care of the batter and close up this half inning. That's a little bit low for ball 1. Just missed his spot, but I think you gotta. Can't throw him a strike every time. And that one's a little outside.
I think he tried to give it a little extra juice.
It looked like it. You're going to take this one up 5 miles an hour.
All right, Graham. Throw strikes, let your defense go to work here.
2-0. Oh, and Graham goes back to first with the pickoff move, and he's in
Yeah.
time, but it was a good pickoff move. Just
Yeah,
a little high, maybe.
throws a little high. If it was a little lower, I think they had him.
And he throws back again. Caleb tries to sell it. Unsuccessful.
Yeah. All right, Graham, go after the batter here.
Caleb's
Batter is Braden Hale, the first baseman.
There's a ground ball to Caleb Colpine. He's going to run it back himself.
Nice.
And that is out number 3.
Yeah. That's been about the 4th or 5th chop ground ball, I think. Homestead's done a good job with that. And so through 5 innings, Homestead's not giving up a run. Great job to the defense and Graham. He's definitely been...
It's through 4.5. We're not quite through 5 yet. We still have to get our at-bats. We're the home team.
Through 5 innings of defense.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I felt they're doing a good job of making it tough for Snider to get base runners, and defense has been impeccable, made a lot of great plays.
Yep, 7-0. We are in the bottom of the 5th. If we could put up 3 runs here, it'd be the end of the game.
And Graham's only at 53 pitches, so...
He's been very efficient today, and
I
he's been getting ahead on almost every single batter. A lot of the batters, I wonder how
especially
many,
after the first inning, yes.
Yeah, I wonder how many batters he's gotten to 0-2. Is this the same pitcher, 13?
This is Jacob Byler.
No, this is new pitcher for us, I think, today. I could be wrong. He seems to have a different delivery.
Yeah, 50-cent bags of popcorn. Dan, I'm out of here. See, you're on your own.
Broadcast's over. 50-cent bag of popcorn. They don't call him Cheap Date Craig for nothing.
That's right. If anyone out there is listening at the ballpark and wants to get me a bag of popcorn for after the game, I'd greatly appreciate that. Talking to Renee Collin.
I'd buy you a bag of popcorn, but as I told you earlier, I was going to have to borrow money for the hamburger they gave
That's
me
right.
up here. This guy's got an interesting delivery. He brings his hand up over his back and his head, and then he stops for just pauses for just a second, and then throws it.
Homestead will just have to time that out a little bit.
Yep. Luke's going to be the leadoff batter and be the first one to see that.
You know, they call that kind of an over-the-top delivery, but really what it is, it's a shoulder tilt. So no one truly throws over the top. He's got his shoulders really tilted, so it's just a little bit different angle for the batters to look at here.
Graham used to do that big time, didn't he?
Yes.
So that's a low one that Luke swings at.
And really,
Did they follow that one or just go bounce weird and hit the catcher?
I'm not sure if that was fouled off or just in the dirt.
Saw it strike one. Yeah, it looks like it caught the catcher in the foot, but he's okay.
Well, let's see if Luke can't get it going again. Didn't he lead it off last
he did
inning,
lead off the
Dan?
last
And
inning. It gave us a good
great
start.
hit into left field, made me a liar.
And that's called strike. Looked like it was a little high.
So I'm going to call left field this time.
Calling left.
Calling left field.
And Luke's quickly behind at 0-2. Now he needs to protect. Looks like he's choked up on the bat a little more. And he puts a bat on it, but it came right back and hit him. It's a foul ball.
Boy, a lot of balls into the ankles here in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a good job to battle there and foul that off. Stay alive.
And it's 0-2, no outs. And that one's outside. 1-2. That one's well outside. It's 2-2.
Yeah, good job here from Luke to battle back. Got in that 0-2 hole early, but he's having a good at bat here.
That would look like it would have been ball 3, but he fought that one off.
Well, yeah, it would have been close though. That curveball was dropping, so I think it might have got down into the top of the zone. That was, I think, a good job to try to make some contact there.
Yeah, and that was
Fouled
the
away.
same pitch that was the called strike 2, I think, and he thought, I'm not going to watch this one be my called strike 3. Still 2-2. And he gets him with a fastball.
Yeah, that was a good battle, though. Luke did a good job to foul a few off there and get back out of the hole, but didn't get at the end, but that's all right.
And so we got one out.
At bat for the Spartans, number 10, Graham Collin.
Graham Collin up to bat. And I see over in the Homestead dugout they're stacking hats on top of somebody's head. And that's inside low for ball 1. Can't quite make out who it is, but he definitely has maybe a team's worth of hats now stacked.
I like when they stay loose over there.
Yes. You know, baseball, it's got to be a fun game. Otherwise, it can be a real chore. Graham hits a nice rope to left field. And that'll be in for a single easy.
Yep, good piece of hitting. We've seen a lot of that from Graham. He's definitely become more of a pull hitter this year. And getting on top of those balls and driving them into left field, and another courtesy runner coming in for Graham. So I would suspect that means Graham will be coming out for the 6th inning.
It looks like Bryce Snider coming back onto first, taking Graham's place. And Braden Hardwick up to bat. I think Braden walked his last at bat. But I could be wrong.
Or did
Well, Braden had that double.
No, that's right. He had the double scored. And that's
Yeah, he
called
was
strike 1.
walked his first at bat, and then that second at bat is that he dropped into left field and got under the swipe tag for that double.
That's
I
right.
believe he had an RBI in that as well.
And that's a curveball. Does not find the zone.
Yep, that just stayed up a little bit, just enough. Good job to lay off there.
And the count's 1-1. And a balk is called.
Oh,
He didn't come set.
well, I think he came set, separated, and came set again. So once the ball's in the glove and they come set, he separated again. So
So that moves Bryce Snider over to second. Now he's in scoring position. So a double here is going to score a run, possibly a single score and a run. Bryce got a pretty big lead over there. Hardwick fouls it off hard into the pole.
and fouled back into play, but that came back quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Came right off one of the support poles there, one of the fence poles, and must have hit it
Well, this
perfectly square.
Yeah, Snider definitely doesn't want to let Braden get on base here. I mean, it's 7-0, but if Braden gets on base with only one out, then things could get interesting here in the 5th.
Yeah, we could close this game out.
Braden's talking to the umpire. Not sure what that conversation is. Maybe just a quick timeout.
And a couple of weeks ago, we had a couple of 3+ hour games, and I don't think anybody would be sad about having another weekend where we keep both games under a total of 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't think Game 2 finished till about 6:30, 7 p.m. Did it, Dan?
It was and it was cold and rainy. And
Yeah. No, we had an 11 o'clock start instead of 10 because Hamilton Southeastern come from out of town. But still, that was about 8 hours of baseball.
didn't seem to want to end. And the count remains 1-2. Snider on second. There's one out.
Braden's done a good job here, fouling a couple away here, staying alive, see if he can't convert.
Getting to see more of these pitches too.
Ooh,
And
that was close. I
that was
thought the
close.
umpire thought about it. He kind of,
His head almost nodded.
yeah,
like
he
was gonna do something.
hesitated, and I think he decided, no, just missed. I'm not calling that a strike.
So that's 2-2.
Oh,
Brayton absolutely clobbers one. And
That's
this
gone.
is calling back to sectionals a couple of
That's
years ago
gone.
when Braden put one out, I think, in the exact same spot. It goes over the R in Forest Glen Park in right field. Braden Hardwick with a home run, baby, on senior day.
absolutely. You know, at the beginning of the day, we kind of noticed this is a lefty ballpark for lefty power hitters, and Carter Matheson and now Braden Hardwick proving me right on that call.
And that's a 2-run shot. And Homestead's lead is suddenly 9-0. And Craig, I believe if we put one more run up, this game comes to an end.
Absolutely. So Cole Etchison at the plate. He represents the 10th run and could be the game-ending winning run here. Only one out. He just needs to get on base and we see if we can't move him around and end this game.
Yeah, that was a shot. It's good to see. I think Brayton's really coming on now. Cole Etchison up to bat. He's going to put one down the left field line. Not with that pitch, though. It's outside by about 3 feet.
Yeah, and I still don't see the Snider bullpen going, so my guess is we're going to ride with the pitching that we've got here for Snider, and Cole had the sky-high fly ball in the left field if he just...
And that one's low and outside for ball 2. 2-0.
He just connects a little bit better, and he can put one out too, or at least deep in the park somewhere.
And that one's a major league pop-up. The third baseman thinks he's under it.
Shortstop's calling it too.
And the third baseman has to
that was close.
Really swing over to his left at the last second, but does make the catch for the out. And now there's 2 outs. Yeah,
that was another sky-high ball by Cole, and shortstop and third base didn't communicate right at first. They're both going for it, but eventually third base called them off and made the play, but drifted back in a few feet, and he had to lean for it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And in their otherwise excellent infield play, they seem to be over on that third base side. That was a mighty swing on a...
Yes, it was. Well, another lefty batter. He sees that short porch. Look at there. Someone's listening. Just got a bag of popcorn delivered.
Jason K just brings up the popcorn.
Fantastic.
That's why he's the GOAT, folks. And that one is a called strike. You know, we must be seeing something different than they're seeing down there, because I'm not sure how that one fell into the zone. Could be the angle.
Here we go, Bryce.
Bryce fouls that one off down the third base line. Coach Bile, I think, made the play on that one.
There we go. Good form. Used both hands. Stayed on top of the ball. Made the throw back to the pitcher.
Little life lesson for the players. Always stay in the game. And that one's a ball outside. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. Homestead's up 9-0. 1 run here in this inning will end the game. And Yoder hits a hard one. The center fielder's running back hard, and he makes an over-the-shoulder grab. Outstanding play by that center fielder to get the out. And, you know, again, if he had hit that one about 40 feet to the right over in right field, that one looks like it would have gone all the way out of this park.
Yeah, he got all of that. Bryce is an excellent hitter. Definitely likes the ball on the inside part of the plate there, and almost had a nice stand-up double. But center fielder did a good job of tracking that down, running about 40, 50 feet to his left.
And Snider lives to fight another inning. Does the run rule change like it does in the summer where it's 10-8-5, or is it just 10 straight across the board?
I think it's 10 straight across the board in high school.
So we continue on into the top of the 6th, and I suppose we should do another player spotlight.
Absolutely.
Maybe we may run out of game before we run out of seniors.
That's right. We might do a double.
Let's do a double.
All right, Luke Palmer. Luke's parents are Dan and Leslie Palmer. This is his 4th year in the baseball team. Luke was on the football team for 4 years and served as captain his senior year. He was named first team All-Conference and All-State the past 2 seasons, in addition to being the recipient for the most outstanding linebacker award last year. Luke is the school record holder for most tackles in a season and earned a position on the All-Star team. He will continue his football and possibly baseball career at Hope College and earn a degree in history. Luke plans to attend law school after college.
I'll warn him off. Don't go to law school. Just kidding. They teach you to think in law school. It's a great place to go. Here's a little fun story about Luke. When he was maybe 5 years old, he used to love the umpires in the baseball games. And so he would walk around making calls, balls and strikes and outs, and doing all the motions that the umpires do. And so one Christmas, I think it was, maybe he was 5 years old, we bought him an umpire's hat. And he would wear that umpire's hat around everywhere in the house.
Is there a picture of that?
I know, probably somewhere.
I would like to see it.
And there we go. He took just too long to get a second senior in on that one. So we're going to have to do it at the half inning here. Graham delivers the first pitch of the inning, and it's a right down the pipe. That one is popped straight up. Carter Dixon is back on it. It's going to be a tough play to make, and he just misses it.
He was on the wrong side of the ball there.
Yep, that was a tough one. Yep, the ball was moving away from him, and he just was unable to jump forward far enough.
Yeah, those foul balls that go straight up tend to drift back towards the pitching mound. So, but Carter did a good job trying to get under it, just kind of drifted away from him.
But that's strike one. Batter hits a hard one. It's way up there. Carter Matheson's under it out in center field and makes the out. And so the batter lived to fight for one more pitch, but that was all he got, was one more pitch.
Yeah, Graham's doing a good job of pounding the zone and getting a lot of ground balls and easy pop flies, couple strikeouts. So I think he's only given up one walked in, maybe two. So
yeah,
he's doing a good job today.
What's a strike to ball ratio over there?
56 pitches, 36 strikes.
That's pretty good. Almost 2-1. And there's another strike. Moving closer and closer to that 2-1.
What number is he? Number 11 at the plate is Tyler Kaiser.
And the count is 1-1 with one out. Misses low. 2-1. Oh, it's a beauty of a pitch for a strike. 2-2.
Yeah, it had some good run on it. That might have been the two seam.
Did we have a fun fact about Craig that I missed? I'm sorry, about Graham?
Yes, the nickname.
Oh, the nickname, Big Mac. They called down to the first base ump to see if the batter went, and the first base ump signals that he did not. The count remains, or is, 2-2. Graham throws at his head, and I guess that was a full count because the batter advances. I'm going to blame the scoreboard guy because he had 2-2 up there, and I was thinking I was supposed to move mine to 3-2, but I watched his, and no, his said 2-2. So folks at home, it's the scoreboard guy's fault. We'll get his name after the game and do an interview.
And now we've got number 21, Kobe Humbarger, up to bat. He's the catcher.
Graham throws a bullet down the middle, which is grounded to the second baseman, Wiegert. There's no chance to make a double play on that one because Wiegert has to range over to get it, but they get the out at first.
Yeah, that's a good job to cover that hole there. It was definitely hit to his left and had to travel probably 30-40 feet on the run, but made a good job to get his glove on it and make the routine throw out at first.
So the runner advances. He's on second, but now there's two outs in the top of the sixth. Graham tries to drop that curveball in, but just misses.
Yeah, a little inside there. This is 26. Oh, that's Darren Swanson again.
Darren Swanson, an excellent athlete.
Should have known that by now. He's been a big part of both games today.
And that's a strike right down the pipe. Watched for strike one, 1-1. Oh, and he delivers a beautiful curveball in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Right at the bottom of the zone there, so great pitch by Graham. See if he can't finish him off here.
Almost finished him off, but in the wrong way. Throws one inside for a ball.
High and inside there. Didn't chase the high fastball.
2-2. Swanson picks up on that pitch.
Good job, Bryce.
Fielded by Bryce Yoder at third. Clean throw to first for the third out.
Yep, good curveball by Graham. Put it into the bottom of the zone a little bit. Got him hit into a chop ground ball again.
Yep, Homestead remains in the driver's seat here. And you know, who's 21 on our team? Is that Grant Simmons?
21 is Jake Goody.
Jake Goody, okay.
So he's the sophomore that made his first varsity appearance. Was it last game against Dwenger?
Yes,
yeah, he got an at-bat, was walked.
Yep, walked.
I've been, he's part of that sophomore class that I know pretty well because of my other son, and Jake's got a big bat. We saw him hit a foul ball against Dwenger that it went probably 320 feet.
Oh, yeah. It was easily over the fence. If it would have been on the other side of the foul pole, it would have been a home run.
Excellent baseball player. I know he's plays a lot of outfield. He can play first base. Excellent athlete, so good to see him getting some varsity time with Homestead this year. He's going to be a big part of Homestead's future with baseball.
And I'm sure they want to get some of these sophomores some playing time with 12 seniors graduating off next year.
Absolutely.
At the end of this year.
And Jake's got a good enough bat. I mean, forget the future. He can help the team this year.
And so he must have replaced JP for this at-bat, Jaden Lepper, as the leadoff.
Yep.
Because I see Carter Matheson on deck.
Yep. Be in with, these high school rules, you can sub in or sub out and sub back in. So we'll see if JP goes back to the shortstop after
and
this
I
inning.
do see Grant Simmons back there in the dugout putting a helmet on. So I have a feeling Grant Simmons is going to be coming up to bat yet this inning also.
You're absolutely right. Looks like he's going to be hitting the hole. He's a senior. Then he's that unbelievably good pitcher for Homestead. Just hasn't been able to get out there yet. Just working through a few shoulder issues and coming into Huntington University next year. All right, Jake, let's see if you can't put the bat on the ball and get your first varsity hit.
And Grant Simmons has to be the loosest hitter on the face of the earth.
Yes, he
is.
is.
He just comes in and he just knows he's going to hit the ball and just comes in laughing and just having a good time and invariably smacks a double. And Jake Goody takes ball one high. Now we missed our senior spotlight.
Between outs, we're going to get it in here.
Between outs.
We got 2 to go. Grant Simmons and Bryce Snider. We'll get them in.
And that one's a ball inside. 2-0.
Here we go, Jake.
And that's 3-0.
A little high. I know exactly where he wants that ball, but I'm not going to say it over the airwaves. I know him that well.
And he delivers a strike. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, good pitch to lay off there. It had 3-0. That was just touched the inside part of the plate.
Could have been called a ball. And he fouls that one off, and the count goes to 3-2.
Yeah, that was a good cut. Be aggressive here, Jake.
Jake also play basketball?
He does.
Fouls that one off. Battling here.
Yeah, he's a good two-sport athlete.
Count still full. And that's a called strike 3. It was a little low and outside, but tough one there.
Yeah, curveball. I think, I don't know. Might be the situation of the game. They just wanted to keep it moving, but looked like it was a little outside to me, but that's all right. So let's do another quick senior spotlight before Carter hits another one to Fort Wayne. Grant Simmons. Grant's parents are Darren and Denise Simmons and Michelle and Jason Crosskoff. This is his 4th year on the baseball team. Grant was a recipient of the Mental Attitude Award his freshman year. He was a member of the basketball team for 4 years and earned first-team all-conference, SAC, and sectional championships his senior season. Grant was the recipient of the Most Improved Award his junior year. He's been an honor roll student. Grant will continue his baseball and basketball career at Huntington University and earn a degree in business. And I got it in right before he probably just
Carter
hit
hits a
another one
moon
out.
shot, but the fielders look like they're under it. The right fielder's shading himself and didn't see where it was, and it drops to the ground. He lost it in the sun, and Carter picks up either a triple or an error, but I have a feeling it's going to be a triple because there was no glove
That's
laid on
right.
that ball.
They didn't touch it, so I don't think it's going to be an error. That's lost it in the sun. That was a moon shot.
Yep.
A sun shot.
Yeah, sun shot, and he had his. I mean, it was near the warning track also, so don't discount the fact that that could have gone out, but it looked like he was shading his eyes and tracking it. Boy, he was standing there, but it dropped 5 feet over to his left side.
So Snyder's got the infield in here. They know that the winning run is on third base. Carter scores and this game's over.
And Grant Simmons up to bat.
Grant Simmons, our senior spotlight. Love to see him walk it off right here and end the game. Great young man.
I fully expect him to. I would bet money on it. Everybody's in. Grant smacks one to the third baseman who throws it home, and Carter is out at home. And it's a double play, folks. So you got to give Snider credit on that one. Didn't see that one coming.
No.
And
hey, that's why you put the infield in. You know, they get a sharp ground ball hit right to third base, and
frankly, Snider is so stunned that it occurred that they don't even know to get off the field.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all just standing there.
We thought the game was going to be over here, but we are going to go to 7.
We will go 7.
And Graham Collins is going to come out here and try to finish the game.
So Snider gets 3 more outs here to try and put 9 on the board at least to keep this game going, and we're probably ready for the last senior spotlight.
Absolutely. Bryce Snider. Bryce's parents are Brandon Snider and Melissa Tiemann. This is his 4th year on the baseball team. Bryce was the recipient of the JV Offensive Player of the Year award his sophomore season. He has been a distinguished honor roll or honor roll student every semester and is a member of the National Honor Society. Bryce will be studying accounting at Ball State University.
Yeah, Bryce, his early love for the game started on Saturday mornings reading baseball statistics with his papa in the newspaper. And it's really come full circle for Bryce because he's now planning on majoring in accounting and getting an actuary license to become a statistician.
Oh, fantastic.
So who knows where he might end up in today's era of big data baseball.
Absolutely. We've all seen Moneyball.
Yes, we have. And if you haven't read the book, it's an outstanding book, Michael Lewis. Well worth a read.
Well, would have been fun there for a walk-off type moment, but that's all right. Let's play 7. Let's get through here. 3 outs, and then we'll be done.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I'm truly surprised it wasn't a walk-off. Grant Simmons always hits that ball.
This is absolutely. This is the shortstop, number 7, Cade Hinton.
Cade Hinton back up to bat. And Graham Collin, the full 7 here. And he delivers a strike the first pitch. Oh, it comes straight at Jaden Lepper, who unfortunately misplays it. Pops up. I think it maybe just rolled in rather than bouncing at the last second. But
yeah, he was playing pretty deep and it rolled through a lot of dirt before it got to him. And at this point of the game, that dirt is definitely going to have some divots in it. So would like to see him charge that a little bit, but that's all right. Let's just let's turn 2 here,
Let's
Dan.
turn 2.
Ooh.
Graham brings in a curveball very close, but it apparently just didn't come back in enough.
Is that number 3 for?
Yes, it is number 3. Is the third baseman.
Blake George.
Graham brings another one in.
Yeah.
Almost brushed the uniform.
I'm not
Ball
sure what
2.
Blake did to Graham, but Graham is coming inside on him. Check
and that's
swing.
sort of a check swing, fouled way off. 2-1. Always take that check swing. And that was a
Great
beauty of
pitch.
a pitch. Catches him chasing, and now it's 2-2.
And Carter did a great job slide over on that, runner on first, so didn't want that to get by him.
Yeah, that one could easily sneak by you if you aren't ready for it. That one's a little low. Went for that fastball with a little extra, I think.
Yeah.
And the count is full.
I think you try to overcook it. You always kind of pull it a little bit. I know that happens in my golf game.
If I just swing a little bit harder. And that's the third strike. Well, must have fouled that one off.
Good job.
And that's probably lucky because otherwise it got past Carter and it would have been, the base runner would have advanced.
Yeah, good job by Blake to stay alive there. That was a good curveball down low. Don't think he had a chance for it, but fouling it off gives him new life. Oh.
And not going to give him that base without earning it. Plunks him in the back. And now there's 2 on with no outs.
Yeah, come on, Graham. Settle down here. You know, sometimes he throws that 2-seam that's got a lot of run on it, but when he loses it to the inside there on the right-handed batter, and I think that's what happened there.
Let's focus on the batter. Really, the base runners don't mean a thing to us at this point in the game. Up 9-0. Just need to get 3 outs, and that's strike 1.
Yep, this is Langston Level, the right fielder.
And it's a hard one between the short base, or the shortstop and the third baseman, and that's a base hit, and the
Yes, it
bases
is.
are loaded.
So this isn't over yet. Let's see if Homestead can get an out or two here. We got no outs and bases loaded. First kind of jam for the game for Graham.
It is. He's been pitching a doozy today. I expect he's going to get out of it right here.
This is number 15, Snider. So we don't have a name for him.
He's either Mr. Snider or he's got a name that we don't know what it is. Graham fires that one in for a strike. I think he's got ahead of on each of these batters so far. And that's fouled off for strike 2.
All right, Graham, finish him here.
That pitch looked like, to me, like Graham was saying, okay, enough of that.
Yeah.
But all of these guys have now seen Graham at least twice. Boy, he just misses with that pitch.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Carter did get a good job of getting in front of it, just off the plate a little bit.
And that hitter did a good job of laying off that pitch. I am shocked. Just misses the corner.
Yeah, good spot there on the outside. That was pretty good discipline by the hitter to lay off that one as well.
Yep,
those
it's 2-2.
last two haven't missed by much.
He's sitting there 0-2. I'm surprised he didn't swing at one of those, if not both of those pitches. And that one straight up the middle, and the hit is straight up the middle. Carter Matheson ranges over, and he's throwing it in. It's cut off by the first baseman. 1 run scores. There's still no outs. The bases are loaded.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting by that Snider. By Snider.
By Snider, Mr. Snider.
Yeah, he watched 2 really close ones that could have been called for strike 3, and then stayed alive and found another pitch to hit there.
Yeah, and he's these Snider hitters they're getting down in the count, and yet they're still staying alive and getting on base.
This is the first baseman, Braden Hale.
And that's ball 1.
And that one's a grounder to the second baseman. He goes to second, and he gets 1 out there. 1 run scores.
And we're okay trading runs for outs right now.
Yes, we are.
Not really enough time there to turn 2.
Nope.
Got the lead runner. Or
Lead-ish.
lead-ish, yeah.
At bat for Snider, number 13.
Carter Dixon behind the plate's got a pretty big arm, so if Snider tries to...
Do a first and third steal here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to trade out on this one. And that's called strike. I'm not sure if he swung or if it got called a strike.
He was inside, but I think he caught the corner there.
Graham
Nice
really came over the
pitch.
top on that one and called strike.
Yeah, good curveball. See if he throws another one here.
He's got this guy 0-2. I expect him to swing given the Snider today. There it is.
Nice pitch.
And that is strike 3. There are now 2 outs in this game. Homestead's up 9-2. There were 2 men on.
That was a good fastball on the outside part of the plate.
And at this point, I'd say advantage Homestead.
Yeah, this is the left fielder, Grady Tarney.
We've seen that name today several times. That one's inside for ball 1.
Yeah, Snider's, I don't think, wants that last out of the game to be caught stealing, so they're keeping their runners at first.
That one's fouled off way out of play on the right side.
Off the foul pole, or the light pole, back in play.
That's 2 poles that have been hit
Yes.
here in the past couple innings. So that count is 1-1. There's 2 outs. And that ball didn't manage to make it into the woods thanks to the light pole, so that's one of the few balls that wasn't lost into the woods over on the right side.
There's got to be 100,000 balls back in these woods.
It's got to be like a golf course's lake. It's just filled with balls. If your Little League team needs some balls to practice with, come over to Huntington University and search the woods.
Go mushroom hunting and pick up
some morels and some baseballs. Graham drops in a beauty of a curveball. I think that started off 8 feet above the batter's head and dropped in for a strike. And the count is 1-2.
All right,
There's
finish him, Graham.
2 outs. And Graham throws him another curveball.
Yeah, another curveball. Good job to foul that off there by
Tarney. Tarney fights that one off. Stays alive, 1-2.
Couple curveballs in a row. So let's see if he comes back with a fastball outside part of the plate like he did before, maybe.
He goes fastball.
There he goes.
The batter just literally couldn't believe what he just did. He just stood there and watched it go right down the pipe. That was strike 3. That was out 3. That was the end of the game. And what a great pair of games both teams played today. This Snider team is a tough team. I expect them to be a danger in the playoffs. To any team they face.
Yeah, they've got some good pitching. They've got some good hitters. They did a really good job. You know, the dam did break, and was it the 4th inning, I believe, for Homestead. But other than that one inning, you know, Snider played well today against a very tough Homestead team. And hats off to their pitching staff, their defense. They were able to be very aggressive, throwing around the bases and trying to get the very aggressive Homestead runners out. So made very few throwing errors.
Yeah, they held off the big inning as long as any team we played has, and that's impressive because they held us. We didn't have a big inning in the first game.
No, we did not.
So keeping us from having that big inning, I think that's maybe happened once or twice this season. Right. And the fact that they didn't allow us to have that's a great credit to them. And then they held us off 3 innings at least, and then the 4th inning that finally just there's only so long that you can hold off the Homestead bats.
Yes, absolutely. So,
and speaking of holding off bats, Carter Matheson did not score a home run in the first game today, but did put up number 14 in the second game, and so he's now officially in the record books with a tie for the most home runs in a Homestead season, and he's got 8 regular season games remaining, and then the playoffs begin.
And the next 3 against Carroll. So if he can do it against in the next 3 games, it would be against one of our favorite teams.
So it'd be fun for him if he was able to do that during a Carroll game. Fun for the team to do it during a Carroll game. And I'm sure their coaches are going to know that, and the better coaches know what's going on with Carter, and so I'm sure they're going to have a plan for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't necessarily want to get in the record books as a question who threw the pitch.
Yes. Yes.
To break the Homestead home run record.
Yeah, that'll be fun to wait for that to happen. I'm sure it will happen. He's an incredible player, but today, you know, I would say it almost was a little bit more about pitching and defense than offense. So great job to Caleb Colpine.
In that first game,
Jaden Lepper and Graham Collin, 3 pitchers getting us through 14 innings today, and only
3 runs total.
3 runs total. I think only 2 were earned.
So that's they did a spectacular job the whole day, and I love to see it because as we know, our pitching started off. We have an incredibly deep group of guys that are excellent pitchers, but yet we were struggling to keep the scores low by our opponents, and it was largely due to the fact that we were giving them a lot of runs.
Yeah, you know, I think Coach Pyle's done a good job. I think the first part of the season they were seeing what they had with the various pitchers, and this last couple of weeks I think guys have settled into some roles. Some starters on the weekend, some starters in the week, some bullpen guys. I think they kind of know what their role is now, and the pitching staff seems to be rounding into shape nicely.
Yep. And so all we need to do is get a couple of guys healthy and get them back in, and I think we will be hitting on all cylinders, even more than we have been. But frankly, I think we are hitting on all cylinders right now. It's our offense is producing, our defense is producing. We're doing a great job.
Yep, looking forward to seeing Grant Simmons hopefully being able to make an appearance in the not too distant future, and yeah, Homestead's got a good outlook. I'm really excited for the 3-game series against Carroll. That's kind of become the conference championship to a certain degree, since neither team plays in a conference, and we've already had 1 game with Carroll under the belt. So Homestead's up 1-0, and that 4-game series.
Yeah, so folks that don't know, neither Homestead nor Carroll is in a conference, and so we, for whatever reason, started playing at what we call a 3-game series. It's much like the major leagues where they'll play 3 nights of baseball against the same team over and over and over again. We do that with Carroll now. We've been doing that for several years. So we will play next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, all against Carroll. And what is most interesting about that is it really is challenging for your pitching staff, because that's when you find out if you have a deep pitching staff or not.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to win game 1 when you got your ace on the mound. It's one thing to win game 2 when you got your second best pitcher on the mound. But to get to game 3 and still be throwing quality pitching, that's hard to do.
And that's real baseball. That's real baseball. You know, I hate the one and done tournament that we have. I wish we could do something a little bit different in the state of Indiana. Other states do have 3-game series playoffs. It's but right now we don't. But yeah, so that'll be a fun 3-game series against Carroll.
Yep. And so then after that, we have the weekend off next weekend. Then we come into our final weekend or week of baseball. We'll play a couple of games at Southside and Northridge. Then we play a doubleheader against Leo, and then that's it. The regular season comes to an end, and the weekend or the weekday, Wednesday before the holiday weekend, Memorial Day, we'll play the opening game of our sectional against. Dare I say our rival,
Archers.
Southside Archers.
There you go.
And hopefully we'll have good success against Southside and go deep into the playoffs this year.
That's right. That's right. Looking forward to it.
So with that said, we'll go ahead and conclude our broadcast. It's been great to be with you folks today. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I know we had some technical issues in the first game that caused us to restart a stream that some of you that aren't listening right now never found. But the folks that were able to find it, we appreciate you listening, and we will see you this week when we start against Carroll.
Sounds good. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you, Dan.